money, honey. All we talk is money. All we talk is money. It's like bees to the honey. Honey, money, honey, money, honey. It's the SOSCast, baby.
All right, welcome everybody. Hello. That's right. Thank you, everybody.
Happy birthday.
We're popping champagne. Welcome to the SOS birthday roast here on Valuetainment. Welcome to the SOScast, the sexiest financial show in the world. This is where finance meets romance. I'm your host, Adam Sosnick, and you know the deal here. My job, my goal, my purpose is to help you guys out there get paid, laid, and do it your way. What's wrong with that? But today is going to be interesting because today I need your guys' help. You listen. Has anybody here ever been a part of a roast before?
No.
Okay. I don't even know you.
Yeah.
So if you come at me, we'll be
Beefing.
But everybody else here has been on the show before, except for Leanna, but this is an old friend of mine for years now. But we're going to be roasting me today. But before we do roasting, we're going to get into some topics. We're going to have some fun. But I need your guys' help. Because Nat over here, who, as you know, you've been watching the show. When I met Nat, homeless, penniless, shoeless, pulled her out of a trash can. I said, "You're gorgeous. You're my new co-host." She said, "Oh my God, I can't even read." I said, "That's okay. I'm going to teach you to read." Hooked on phonics, work for Nat, and look at her now. So she's going to be reading your super chats. She's going to be reading your roasts.
Give me some good roast. It's about time that I roast Adam, you know? So give
Yeah.
me some good roast. We're only doing $20 roasts, so make sure they're good roasts.
Is that what we're doing?
$20. Yeah, let's do
$20 and up?
$20 and up if you're going to roast your boy. Make sure
Maybe
you pay.
we'll lower it to 10 if there's
good
some
enough?
good stuff.
Okay.
Listen, we'll do a buy one get one, like half off type of thing.
Look at you trying to save that money.
Hey,
for
that's my
them.
deal.
Look at you.
That's
We
my
love
deal.
it.
I want to help my people out there. But how about if it's a funny roast?
Okay.
We'll lower the price.
Okay.
It's one of those mean roasts.
Yeah.
Where, listen, I believe in free speech, but
Careful.
some of these things we don't have to co-sign on right there. That's all good. But today I need your guys' help. Comment, subscribe, be a part of what we're doing here, and then roast your boy Saz. I'm a big boy. I can take it. So let's have some fun today. With that being said, let's talk about some of the topics we're going to be discussing today, and then we're going to meet our beautiful panel of all ladies and one gentleman. Who is this one gentleman? Is this guy even, has you ever seen this guy before? By the way, does anybody want some champagne before we get started?
Yes. Perfect.
All the alcoholics want some champagne.
cups thing.
Let's go. Help him out over here.
He just called us alcohol.
Okay. Here are some of the topics we're going to be discussing today, so let's get into this show, okay? And then we'll go over a couple things. By the way, Malik, pull up my neck so we see what we're doing with that. Has anybody seen what's happening with Taylor Swift these days?
Yeah, she's
as far
popping.
as these AI fake images, what's going on out there?
Oh, I heard.
We have some of the images that were banned, but we are sleuths, are detectives, not sluts, sleuths.
So
You know
nice.
you know what a sleuth is?
Yes.
What is a sleuth?
Like a detective.
Ooh, Nat. Nat's out
Underestimating
there.
me.
Not yet, Malik. We've uncovered some of these photos out there, even though they were blocked on X. So we're talking about that and some of the right-wing conspiracy. I won't say funspiracies. I'll just say that about her involvement in the upcoming election. So we'll talk about that. Leanne, I know you're dying to talk politics. Dying.
You know me, Adam.
I'm 100%. I usually defend men, especially men who've been caught up in certain allegations. But this one man with these allegations, I will not be defending. That is Vince McMahon, the chairman of the WWE. This guy just got exposed for doing some wild, heinous stuff. So I want to get your ladies' thoughts on that. Elon Musk, he just implanted the first Neuralink chip into someone's head. We're going to have a special AI expert, Neuralink expert show up on the show today.
What?
Adrian, you know who he is.
Oh.
He's going to help us with that. Bink.
Good noise.
Then obviously we're going to talk a little dating, a little money, relationships, where that comes in, to all the fun stuff. And then we'll have fun on the birthday.
Yay.
And then the end of the show, you guys get to roast me. So get your Twitter fingers ready. Get your mean comments ready. Bust out your checkbooks.
Oh.
Because we're going to be roasting your boy Saz here today. But it's all in good fun. And I'm excited for that. With that being said, let's meet our amazing panel. And then we'll thank our sponsor. And we'll get right into the show. Perfect. So first guest, this is her first time on the show. This is my friend, Dame Leanna Hawkins. I didn't even know that she was knighted right? So she's the founder of Black Hawk Financial. She's the best-selling author. What was the name of your book again?
Young, fun, and financial.
Young, Fun, and Financially Free. You've seen her on CNBC. You've seen her on Bloomberg. You've seen her on Yahoo. We met at FinCon in like 2017, 18, something like that. She's crushing it. She lives in New York. And you were recently knighted in Italy. What's the story?
Yeah. So you can call me lady, you can call me dame.
Oh.
Wow.
Lady or dame? What do you prefer?
Though. Just lady or
Not
dame.
yet.
Okay. So when you get married to a guy,
No.
he's
They don't get it.
They don't get it?
That's
So if we got married, I wouldn't be Sir Sauce.
Aw.
Damn.
Yeah,
It's over.
That's
It's
one
over.
of the things. Men, if you get knighted, though,
Yeah.
if I nominate you to be knighted, then your wife and your children would get titles. But
Nice.
unfortunately for the ladies, it doesn't pass on.
Oh.
So sorry, guys.
Listen, guys, it's the patriarchy. We're doing what we can out here, all right? But congratulations on being knighted. Pretty big deal out there. Respect, but thank you. You're here for a hedge fund conference in Miami. We've been trying to get her on the show. She talks money. She talks more money and even more money. That's your angle right there.
Not so much love, but we can talk about that
We'll
later.
talk. We're going to find you some love out there.
Take note.
Tony's running late, so we'll
She'll
give
be
her.
back.
We'll,
She'll
we'll,
be here.
we'll hype her up when she gets here.
Yes.
Our friend, our very good friend of the show, Jane Marie's back. She's best friends with one of my closest friends, the Mizzle Man. Shout out to you, Mizzle. It was just his birthday this weekend. Where were you for his
I was
birthday?
in Puerto Rico.
Hey-o,
Yeah.
Puerto Rico.
I was in Puerto Rico. It was so awesome over there. I didn't want to come back, to be honest.
Okay, well, you can
Yeah.
stay tax-free out there.
I'm kidding.
She's an online fitness and wellness coach, and she's empowering men and women to do their thing. And welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
Sorry we missed each other this past weekend at Mizzle's birthday. To my right, this up-and-coming, burgeoning Cuban superstar, Laura Padrino's in the house. She's been here on the last 3 shows. She's a proud Cuban American. She's a wife. She's a mother. She's an entrepreneur. And she just so happens to be the owner and restaurateur of the best Cuban food in all of Miami. Padrino's Cuban.
Thank you.
Arroz con pollo in the house. My girl.
Literally.
She basically, by the way, if anybody's hungry,
Yes.
all the ladies, she catered the SOSCast today for the birthday.
Yep.
But I brought you vaca frita, not arroz con pollo. Even though you're always talking about that, I
She
did
got me the
less-
vaca frita.
I did less carbs for you.
I
today.
told
That's
her.
right.
I told her what that doctor said.
Damn.
I'm sorry.
The roast is started. And the roast begins. The roast begins.
Sorry. I'm ready.
She told me what the doctor said. I get my blood work every 3 to 6 months. I see what's going on. Nat saw the results. On the notes, it said, lay off the carbs. She said, what's going on here?
I'm sorry. You're the one. You were so excited about your results.
I had a girl.
How to humble
I had a
you.
girl, sweetest girl ever. She came to visit me for 2 weeks. She ended up staying for like 3 months. That's a whole nother story. But this girl loves pasta. And all we did was eat pasta. And my doctor that was doing my blood work, she's like, have you been eating an abnormal amount of carbs recently? I was like, yeah, I actually have. She's like, yeah, I could tell. So I'm slimming down. By the way, you look great.
Thank you.
Give a shout out to
Yeah,
Nat
thanks.
in
I
the
told
chat
you
right
guys
now.
I was gonna lose some weight. It wasn't even like a lot of weight I lost just from the holiday eating, a lot of sodium, pasta. It was an easy drop. It wasn't anything crazy. My diet hasn't really changed much. I just stopped indulging in the sweets and the dairy, and now I'm back to. Actually, I'm a little smaller than I was. But
Thank you,
it's all
Nat,
good.
for that. This isn't an intervention, sweetheart. We just
Sorry.
said you look great.
Well,
We don't need to
everyone's
get into
calling
all
me
this.
fat, Nat. I was like, don't
Nobody's calling you fat.
I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
You look amazing.
Nobody said that. Don't start rumors about yourself. Nat looks great. Shout out to Nat.
okay.
We all know Nat. Liv's in the house.
Hey, what's up?
Liv, what's your last name again?
Margray. Is this
Margray. Is that on?
these
Can we
are
turn this
great.
thing on? Turn that thing on.
Let's get her on.
Is
So
it?
Liv, everyone has a bio. The only thing I have for Liv is that she's a cult leader.
Oh my god.
What?
Yeah, I'm a cult
What's the name of your
leader.
cult?
Well, it's not necessarily an actual cult, but I like to call it a cult because I have a media company called Culture Stigma, and
Oh.
I call our team members cult members.
Okay.
Cool.
So part of the
You have to-
culture.
The culture.
Gotcha.
So
You're
they have
putting the
to-
cult in culture.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it's not. It's not an actual cult.
Amy over here, she's like, it's a joke, right?
It's a joke.
Because if it's not, I'm down to join.
Yeah.
Right, Amy?
Yeah.
Come join.
I mean,
That's our girl.
There's a few initiations.
Ooh,
Yeah.
let's
Oh,
jump
I
you
want to
in.
hear about that.
So
Rayan's
Amy
like,
brought a friend. This is her first time on the show. Rayan is in the house.
Hi, hello.
Rayan Jasmine. She's a chaotic lifestyle blogger, and her motto is "fuck around and find out."
Oh, love.
Yeah.
So, I mean this in the nicest possible way, Rayan.
Yeah.
I don't want to find out.
I want to find
but
out.
truth be told,
Not like with
I'm
me.
down to fuck around.
No, not like with me. I'm saying like if you want to do something in life, just fuck around and find out. Like who cares?
Okay.
The worst you can get is like a no. The worst that could happen is like you die, which
I
will
heard
happen.
the worst is fuck around.
You can get a no or you can get a die. There's no in between. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, that's like my motto. Not
Okay.
about like with people. But yeah.
Gotcha. Well, interesting. Have a little champagne and fuck around and find out how that champagne does for you. Great. Our friend, our Aussie friend is in the house. I butcher your Australian accent every time.
Intro for me
But
already.
I didn't say that she's
That I'm Australian. That
the
was important.
Australian.
We have to mention that.
One of the newest members of Valuetainment. She's very creative. She worked in sales for a little bit. Now she's in distribution. You have your own YouTube channel, Automate
Sir?
with Amy.
No, Amy Dangerfield.
Oh, you've changed it?
My old brand when I was in fintech was Automate with Amy, and because I am verified on Instagram, it's hard to change it. That's why Automate with Amy. But
Listen,
you guys can
guys.
find me on every platform on Amy Dangerfield, pure and simple. Yes, it is my real last name.
Okay. Dangerfield. Respect to Ronnie Dangerfield. No respect.
We're not related. No respect.
You should claim that, by the way. By the way, humble brag right there. Since I'm verified, I just got my thing going on. Well, so no longer Automate with Amy, just Amy Dangerfield.
Amy Dangerfield.
Okay. Natalia's in the house.
Howdy,
we know
hi.
this. She's looking good. We've already hyped her up a little bit.
Thanks.
Nat, anything you want to let the people know before we start the show and introduce the men to the panel?
Yes, well, welcome to SOSCast. Happy SOSCast Day. Happy early birthday to the Sauce Man himself.
Thank you.
Today's going to be a really fun episode. I'm really excited. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff because we've got a lot of stuff planned when it comes to this year and everything we're doing. Aside from that, I'm excited to see your chats and I'm excited to read them. So make sure you guys give us some good chats today.
I'm excited to get roasted. Roasted and toasted. Let me save the best for last. As you know, over to my left, the Ebony to my Ivory, the Woody Harrelson, the Wesley Snipes to my Woody Harrelson. I got Malik the Freak in the house. By the way, show a picture of Malik out there. Malik, flex on him for a second. I was talking to him backstage.
Hey.
Let's bust out the guns for a sec, Malik. Okay, but move the shirt, bro.
You trying to make me get naked out here?
Yeah, let's go. Damn,
how y'all
Malik's
get-
getting
that's how you
swolled
get.
up out there. Malik's gonna be running the polls, running the chat, seeing what's going on out there. Malik, what was the one thing I told you I need from you moving forward?
You need me to be loud.
I need to be loud.
What was that,
Speak
Malik?
up. You need me to be loud.
Yeah,
People
Say it
need
with
to
your
know what
chest.
Malik has to say.
Yes.
I'll tell you one quick story about Malik before I introduce my friend Gio. Malik's always got a good attitude. Always got a good attitude. One day we're setting up the PBD podcast. He's breaking some stuff down. And I'm noticing that Malik is just kind of not his usual self, which is usually very positive. You can't, listen, you can train people. You can coach people. One thing you can't coach is a good attitude. And I'm seeing Malik, and he's just kind of like, not in his usual self. I said, Malik, you good, bro? How you feeling? And he goes, yeah, I'm good. What's up? I was like, everything okay? Yeah, one of those days. I said, scale of 1 to 10, how happy are you right now? He looks at me and he goes, 10. I said, 10? This ain't, like, you don't typically, this ain't your usual self. He goes, listen, bro, I'm here. I'm at Valuetainment. I'm living in America. Every day above ground is a great day. Happy to be here. I said, damn, Malik, just changed my life right there. So Malik is the man, and I just wanted to be louder so you guys get to understand what we're dealing with over with our friend Malik out there.
Yes.
Speaking of friends, we got a special guest on the show today. Okay? So we were saying, who do we want on the show? It's your birthday. Do we want to bring in a special guest? Do we want to bring in a celebrity? Do we want to bring in an influencer? And they go, no, just bring one of your buddies. I said, this was your idea.
This was Humberto's idea.
This was Humberto's
Don't give me
idea.
credit. Yeah, it was Humberto's
Shout out to
idea.
Humberto.
Shout out to Humberto.
Shout out to Humberto,
Yes.
our friend from Chile.
Yes.
Okay, he's out there. And I said, who would I bring? They're like, oh, why don't you bring this guy? Why don't you bring this guy? I said, he's too serious. No, he's too crazy. I don't know. I said, I got the guy. And the reason I picked this guy, it's my friend Giovanni Mancini, by the way.
What's up, what's up?
How you doing out there? Everybody give a round of applause for Gio before I introduce this guy. So let me explain why I think Gio's a great addition to this, and then we'll start the show. So, by the way, former TV and film producer. He's worked with The Rock.
Oh.
Mark Wahlberg was your boy at one point. What's Mark's best friend?
Hey,
Ace.
Big Ace, if you're out there, this is
Yeah.
for you, baby.
That's right. That's Mark.
The real
Mark's-
entourage.
That's right. The real entourage. You've worked with Johnny Depp. You've done that, and then in 2016, he helps me start my show.
Oh.
Okay. Where did we start the show? In my living room.
Yes, sir.
So here's the actual story. This is why I think it's so important. The whole message that I'm talking, especially to young men out there, is that good things take time. Everyone needs a come up story. You think I just showed up and they're like, yeah, cool. You're the new co-host of the PBD podcast. You have your own show on Valuetainment, SOSCast. No, everyone has a come up story. It took years to even get to the seat. It took years to get to the seat next to PBD. But I started my show with this guy and our friend Adrian, and the show started reluctantly. I was like, dude, because I made some money in the finance world, and I was like, what's my next thing? And I was going on a rant one day. I was like, I don't think you understand, in the finance world, there's all these millennials are going to have all these challenges, and the retirement, Social Security, life expectancy, I'm just ranting. And they're like, well, why don't you start a show? I was like, no, I can't. I can't say these things online. This is just between you and me. They go, well, just so you know, we've been secretly recording you this entire time. I was like, get the fuck out of here. They literally, Gio and Adrian, they hold me hostage. They go, we're going to put this out there one way or another because we think that you should start something.
Oh.
Right? I was like, no, reluctant. And then finally, I'm so glad I did because look at us now. But everyone has that initial hesitancy, that reluctantness, that lack of self-confidence, that doubt, that imposter syndrome. Everyone has that, including you guys out there. I understand. But I'm so thankful that my friends pushed me in this direction to basically get started. And Gio was a major catalyst in this because I said, Gio, if I'm going to do this, I need a guy who has TV and film experience. I didn't feel comfortable being like, what's up, guys? It's me. I'm out here. I was like, I want to do some real shit. I said, I need camera equipment. I need a mic. I need to go out there. I need to start talking to people. And let me tell you guys something. This is a major come-up story. When you first get started in anything, you're going to get rejected. They're going to close the doors on you. They're going to say thanks, but no thanks. They're going to say no. But if you keep pushing through, boom, 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 eventually you're going to knock down those doors. Eventually, you're going to end up where you want to end up. Eventually, you're going to end up on Valuetainment like this. So Gio was a major catalyst in this. So just real quick, now he's pivoted into real estate. He's one of the biggest realtors in Miami. That's my real estate agent right there. He's my real estate broker. He helped me find my sick 4-bedroom townhouse in South Beach. You've been there. You've partied there. By the way, we're throwing a party this weekend. We'll talk about that later. But Gio, you've worked with the best of the best. The Rock, Wahlberg, Johnny Depp, Sosnick. We all know what's going on.
Wow.
What do you remember from when we first started, right? In my living room, filming, getting rejected, to basically, you saw the studio today.
Yeah, I was blown away.
Talk about that trajectory from then.
Let me say, I don't think these cameras really capture Valuetainment. This place is huge.
Yay.
This place is awesome. I've been in New York, LA, studios all over the world, and I was very impressed. Behind the scenes, you guys are a very strong team. Secondly, when me and this guy started out, we got kicked out of a lot of places. We got kicked out of the Grant Cardone show. It was
the 10X conference.
The 10X conference.
Oh, damn.
We had the cops escort us out.
Yeah.
Really? What are you guys doing?
Yeah, we're doing some stuff.
We need to hear the story.
What else did we got kicked out of what else?
It was
Ultra.
a lot. We got laughed at.
Ultra? Who gets kicked out of Ultra?
Listen, we
Wow.
took cameras, equipment. We were just going everywhere we can go.
Yeah.
And eventually, they say that seek forgiveness, not permission.
Yeah.
We were just trying to go everywhere and film everything. I had zero social media profile. And we would show up. We'd get into places. You'd finagle our way in.
Yeah.
Eventually, we get kicked out. But what did we keep doing?
Kept going.
We kept going.
Kept going. And, we were not laughed with. People were not laughing with us. They were laughing at us. And the one thing I got to tell everyone out there about Adam was that he had a vision. He was very clear on his vision, and he was obsessed. And he was dedicated and motivated, and I'm really proud of you, man.
Thank you, bro.
Every time I see him, I say, SOS, I'm super proud of you.
Thank you, dude.
So-
Thank you. Yeah, but thank you. And I'll take all the
You guys are
acknowledgement.
the
It's my
best.
birthday. I feel good. But the reason I tell this story is because everyone has their purpose. Everyone has their mission. Everyone has their vision. And I speak to a lot of people on Manect. Shout out to everything we're doing on Manect. And a lot of people have doubts. Can I do this? What am I doing? I don't know.
Yeah.
Is this right for me? What's my purpose? What's my vision? But I'm telling this story because whatever it is you want to do, right? You can do it. But I'm already letting you know you're going to get rejected. You're going to get kicked out. People are going to tell you you suck. You're going to deal with the comments. You're going to deal with the haters. And the bigger you get, the bigger target on your back, the more haters you're going to have, the more like disparaging comments you're going to deal with. But if you believe in yourself and you believe in your mission, you keep going. So I'm sure I'll get kicked out of other places in my life at this point.
Yikes.
But at this point, you know, it's been, what year did we start? 2016?
A while back.
It's now 2024. It's been 8 years we've been doing this. So it's not like I want to start a show. Good things take time.
Yeah.
Now, luckily, I roll with PBD. We're flying private. We're eating good. We're doing good things. We get exclusive VIP tickets to everywhere we go. The one thing I remember is, shout out to Dan Fleischman. We got kicked out of an event that he was doing with Grant Cardone that one time. It was so fucking embarrassing. And I remember we're like,
It
oh
was
my
the
God, we just
worst.
got kicked out of this event.
In front of everybody, all the VIPs.
All the VIPs, Grant Cardone, Dan Fleischman, like Bradley, all these guys, they kicked out. You're not supposed to even be here. How'd you get here? Kicked out. The cops escorted us out.
Escorted us out. And told
Escorted
us
us out. They said, you can't be here. Why are you here?
Arrested.
By the way, if you come back, you're going to be arrested. You know, fuck around and find out. We find out the one place you can't go is the free buffet.
Yeah, if you sneak into a place, don't go where the food is at.
Yikes.
People are watching.
And I said, dude, this was so embarrassing. And he said, are you going to quit? I said, fuck no. So we kept going. So shout out to Gio. And thank you for what you've done. I'm proud of who you've turned into. And thank you for being here.
Thank
so
you.
today, but we just did the positive stuff. At the end, get ready to roast me.
Well, you know, I want to say one little quick message to all the, what are those, YouTube trollers out there?
Oh, yeah.
To all of you that ever say one word bad about any of these people, a big...
Come back anytime.
That's my boy
I'm scared. I'm a little scared.
Everybody needs a pit bull in their corner, Mr. 305 Dolly. I'm not talking about him. You're talking about a guy like this. Everyone needs someone that's basically like, what'd you say? That's our friend Gio.
Nice.
With that being said, let me just give a shout out to our other friend, our sponsor today, and then we'll get started on the show. So, as you know, my catchphrase, my slogan, my motto is save that money. Now, why do you save that money? Is so that you can invest. Now, why do you invest? Because your money can compound and grow. Leanna knows all about this kind of stuff. That's why she's chilling like a villain. She's paid like 50 cents out here. So you save that money to invest. But when you invest, you need to diversify your assets. 401ks, Roth IRAs, index funds, mutual funds, ETFs, crypto, Bitcoin. But one thing you should consider is that gold. The gold, baby. It's all about the gold. It's gold, Jerry. So gold, what they say is the reason that you invest in gold is not to get rich, but it's to stay rich. It protects your wealth, and it basically protects you against inflation. And the company that we trust, if you're going to be looking into gold, is American Hartford Gold. What they'll do is they'll ship physical gold and silver directly to your door, or they can set you up with a gold IRA. It's all about diversification, setting up a little bit of your account with a little bit of gold. So American Hartford Gold has earned a 5-star rating from thousands of reviews online and an A+ from the Better Business Bureau, the BBB. That's right. So if you want this VT deal, they'll give you up to not one, not two, not three, not four, $5,000 of free silver on your first order. So if you click the link in the description, or if you're old school, you can call 866-443-6361, or you can simply text SOS SOS to 65532. Again, 866-443-6361, or text SOS SOS to 65532. If you're thinking, just even thinking about getting some gold in your life, click the link in the description. Check out American Hartford Gold. Now let's get into the show. Cool. So, wow, everyone take a deep breath. Everyone have a little sip of champagne. Everyone get some champagne out there. Do I need some champagne?
You want to do
We're all
a
done with the
toast? We'll do it at
champagne?
the end.
It's all gone. Yeah, we
Where's
need
all
more.
the champagne?
We
drank
drank
it.
Yeah,
it.
everyone
There's more
drank it.
champagne. Have a little bit.
Here.
Have
Thank
a little
you.
bit.
God bless you.
Have a little bit.
I love you.
Have a little bit. Leanna?
I'll take a third pour. Thank you.
A third?
A third?
Girl. Do you have champagne? You don't drink. That's
While
our
you're
girl.
chatting, we're just chilling.
Okay.
Drink your
Well,
water.
cheers, guys. Let's have a great show.
Happy birthday to the host with the most.
Happy birthday,
Let's have a great
Adam.
show.
Happy birthday, Adam.
Oh, thank you guys. And
It's
thank
the
you guys.
SOSCast, baby.
Amazing. This is for you guys out there in the internet land.
To 40, 3 times in a row.
Oh,
Yeah.
40-ish. 40-ish.
I saw
40-ish.
40-ish and I thought that was so funny.
Right? Isn't it cute?
About 40-ish. Anyway, who's ready to start the show?
Ready.
Okay. So everyone have their little handles?
Yes.
Okay, pull these out.
Our fingers.
Not your fingers, your handles. Okay.
It's a finger.
So this is a simple question. I just want to. I want the lay of the land here. Green means yes. Red means no. When you hear the name Taylor Swift, yes or no? You're a fan. You're not a fan. Throw it out there. We got no. Yes, Gio. No. None of you guys are. Liv is the only fan of Taylor Swift.
Really?
I'm like,
Okay. Well, let's
I'm
address
really
what's
weird.
going on with our friend Taylor right now. So Taylor, her fans. I thought we'd have more female fans that here on the show because her fans are pissed.
Absolutely.
Because a lot of what's going on this week has been very disruptive and chaotic for her life. Because this week, some fake AI images have flooded the internet with the Shake It Off singer taking it off. Okay? So in response, X blocked all searches of the pornographic AI-generated images of the singer. But we have been able to locate some of these images. We didn't show the nude ones, but there's some other stuff out there. Humberto, help our friend out there that's trying to get in the door.
Tony?
Here's some of the images, by the way. So let's start with the first one. Okay. So these are some of the images that are currently going viral.
What is that?
These
What
are
is going
fake
on?
images of our friend Taylor. The next one I think is probably the sexiest one. Let's see if we can see this one.
I'm so confused right now.
The next one is that's her with your favorite president out there, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't know Taylor had it like that in the back, but she's doing her thing.
right?
Good for Taylor, Tay Tay. What else do we have out there, Malik?
Oh,
Okay, that's her with
the trash man.
The Sesame
Oscar the
Street,
Grouch,
Yeah.
Oh,
the trash man.
oops, sorry.
There you go.
The Cookie
And
Monster.
then there's that's not the Cookie Monster. That's Oscar the Grouch. And then there's this image right there. That's her
Oh,
being
bad.
Person of the Year. That's actually the only
That's
real
nice.
one because
Yeah, I was
Taylor
gonna say, that is nice.
was Times Person of the Year. So that's the only image right there. But anyway, the images get worse from there.
I'm scared.
Naked, nipples, all that fun stuff. But this is the reality that we're living in. So here's the deal. Ladies, as I said before earlier, the bigger you get, the bigger target on your back. It's one of those things, the more haters you're going to get, the more... Come on in, Tony.
Come on in,
We'll get to Tony in a second. So here's the question. These images out here with Taylor Swift, are these... What should happen to the people that do this? How do you even prevent this? Is this something you can even prevent? Everyone knows that AI is new and this is a thing, but Photoshop has been here forever. Hell, we've all been, we've seen some Photoshop stuff that's going on there. Cyberbullying is not going away. So it's just the new reality that we're living in, and Taylor is just basically dealing what a lot of people have been dealing with? Or is this AI generation and this AI situation only going to get worse from here? Last point, we're about to see more of this. The election's happening. My prediction, you're about to see some weird ass stuff, AI stuff, deep fakes. You're going to see pictures of Biden falling down. That's actually probably real.
Wait, fakes?
Videos of Biden. You're going to see Trump touching things he shouldn't be touching. We already know this is going to happen. Is this the new reality, or is this something that should basically be cut off before it becomes a major issue? Let's start with our local Aussie, Amy Dangerfield. What should be done here, especially with Taylor Swift?
Well, it's kind of like the Wild Wild West, as it is with any industry when it first starts off. It was very similar with crypto, and then they started cracking down. You guys saw them take down the FTX arena. Everything starts off as the Wild Wild West when it's a new concept. As it starts to gain mass adoption, we're going to see some more regulation. And I think it should be kind of similar to like the copywriting laws, right? Like, what's the percentage you're allowed to copyright off somebody before it's officially registered as copyright? It should be the same with creating your digital likeness, I feel like. If we actually set that in stone and we abide by the same laws,
It's okay, lures.
Lures. I don't see there being any issue. But
Okay.
if we can implement that, which it's hard when it's the Wild West, right?
Yeah, and we still don't even have that for crypto, really. Like
Yeah.
we don't
No,
have regulation.
I'm talking about copywriting, like
yeah.
like
So, but in terms of the digital world and digital creation of, is that an art? Is that an asset? How do they monetize that asset? Like NVIDIA and like in my financial world, AI companies come to mind, and crypto comes to mind. I've worked in that space as well.
Right.
If that's still not regulated yet, how long is it going to take for there to be
regulate
enforceable law around image rights for AI? Like this is just the very beginning, obviously. So it's going to take some time.
So when you talk about regulation, you're talking about the government stepping in and regulating it, whether it's the federal government or state by state. Here's my hypothesis. The government moves slow. If any time the government, you know, what Ronald Reagan said, that the 8 scariest words you'll ever hear is, I'm from the government and I'm here to help.
Yeah.
So in my opinion, the tech companies, the Googles of the world, the Metas of the world, the Microsofts of the world, everyone knows these companies. They need to basically put something in place, or should they? Or is this just completely fair game? It is what it is. You're never going to stop this. Listen, some 16-year-old kid with all the time on his hands just be like, all right, like come up with this stuff. What do you think, Laura? What do you think should happen here?
No, I mean, you know, I have 2 daughters. Obviously, as a woman myself, it makes me feel so vulnerable. Not that I'm a target by any means. I'm no Taylor Swift, but it's the idea of it. The fact that it could even be thought of to be fair game. No, absolutely. I don't know how to regulate it. It would be incredibly difficult, but does it need to be? Yes. Somehow we cannot just allow people to do that to other people. Like you said, it is so new that I don't even know how we would start to attack it.
Exactly.
But it is, again, as a mom of 2 girls, it frightens me like to my core that somebody would take their image and likeness and do that perversion to it. It's pretty freaky.
Gotcha. Rayan, do you want to weigh in, Rayan?
Well, I think, like what you guys said, how it's so new, it is going to take a while to regulate it, but I feel like it shouldn't be such a huge issue now because it's going to happen to a bunch of celebrities. Like Taylor Swift is a huge celebrity, so it's not going to happen to any like normal person like us walking down the street. So right now we really shouldn't be worrying about it, but I feel like the celebrities should be worrying about it, but it's going to take a while to like regulate it and like do what you said with copyright laws and everything. It's gonna be a while, but I don't think it should be a big issue right now.
You don't think it should be a big issue?
No.
Jane, do you think it should be a big issue?
It's hard because right now, I mean, I think it should be because people's lives are at hand. I mean, there's nudes being leaked out, and that's not even her, you know.
Yeah. Hold on. Show that picture of Trump and Taylor Swift, Malik.
Do we have to?
Yeah.
Anyway, as you were saying,
if that was me, I'd be.
I don't know. That could be a thing.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, I hope that they start putting some laws in place because that does suck. I would not want to be Taylor Swift in that position.
Of course not.
Gotcha.
I don't think anybody would.
So so here's the question: to be a billionaire, that's an interesting scenario. You're saying, listen, to be a billionaire.
Small price to pay.
How much are you willing? Exactly, the price you're willing to pay. Leanna, if you were a
I don't
billionaire,
want to be in that position.
No.
What, on Trump's lap or being Taylor Swift performing or any or all the above?
I don't want to do any of it.
Okay, gotcha. So is
Silent
anybody
wealth.
here
Yes.
saying, so what would you rather? Here's what I want to know from the ladies. Would you rather be super, super famous, billionaire, Hall of Fame musician, everyone knows your name, but you're dealing with all the backlash, the fake images, the press, the drama, but you're one of the most famous women in the world and you're worth everything in the world? Or would you rather have a basically clean, drama-free, unattached life, no one's making fun of you?
Number 2.
What would you rather have?
The second one.
You'd rather have none of the drama.
I mean, like the fact that fame, all those things that you described in the first one matter
None
zero
of that.
to me.
How about you, Nat?
Honestly, I don't know. I think you kind of expect the hate as you said you get bigger. So I think maybe take the fame because it's a matter of what impact you make and what you want to be remembered for.
Okay.
So
Tony, welcome back to the show. How are you? New hairdo.
Thank you for
You
having
want to
me
weigh
back.
in this? What would you pick?
I think I would pick the easy life, the no drama.
Easy life.
Yeah, even with what I'm going for too now, I would still, with the excessive of the AI and all of that.
Well, you started a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
It's called
Free Will.
Free Will.
Free Will.
You're focused on universal truth. by the way. Tony's back in the house.
Yay.
She was going to go to law school. She said, F that. I'm going to be a podcaster. One will make you successful but drown in debt and be miserable, and one will keep you broke but happy. So we'll see which one you want to do. So, but everything you're doing, the basic premise, we're in the attention economy, eyeball economy. I assume you're starting a podcast.
It's to expect
because you want to
Yeah.
blow up and deliver your voice and deliver truth to the
Yeah.
world. So you're saying that you'd rather have a very low-key life?
I think I'd rather figure out a way to do it without like leaving everything to the side and just kind of tuning out and blocking out everyone else. So if I could do my podcast on an island by myself and still have Wi-Fi, I would do it.
But Tony, no
But you
man
can
is an
still blow
island.
up.
No
Yeah,
woman
but-
is an island.
You would still
Social
blow
media
up.
doesn't exist on an island. You could be anywhere. You could be alone in your bedroom and that shit will still penetrate. So the question is, which one do you prefer? Would you prefer to be affected by the afflictions that come with fame, or would you prefer a low-key lifestyle?
I think I would maintain a low-key lifestyle without being affected through mindset. That's
There it is.
impossible.
Liv, how about you? You know, you started this new hot cult out there. I don't know. Let me know where I can join this thing.
I feel
What would
like-
you prefer? Do you want the bigger target on your back, fame, success, billions, or you just want to be low-key, drama-free?
I feel like with fame, it comes with the haters, and if you have a really strong mindset and ignore all that, it doesn't really matter because you could just ignore it. So I would choose fame.
You would choose the fame?
Yeah.
Okay. Leanna, you're a pretty well-known person. You were recently knighted. You're now Miss, what is it? Lady. Dame.
Lady.
Leanna Hawkins, a.k.a. the Hawk. What would you prefer?
I would say because of the things that I've done around philanthropy, I haven't done those things to become famous or to become a dame or whatever it is. But if you do have that type of power and that type of influence, like what Nat was saying, it's all about what you're doing with it. So I think in terms of leaving a legacy, and yeah, not obviously that I'm Taylor Swift, but do good with what you have. And if you have the opportunity to make an impact, then unfortunately you're going to have to deal with the consequences, but hopefully feel good about the legacy and impact that you're having along the way.
So what's your beef with Taylor Swift? You put up no. You're not a fan.
I'm just not a Swiftie into the music. Like, I've been working in high finance for many years. I'm more of a bro than a girl sometimes. I'm a girl's girl, but I'm not like singing about my exes or dramatizing my life. I'm just not really.
It's cringe.
Yeah, it's just not. But I actually think it's amazing. I think it's hilarious that so many women here put
Buy
thumbs
into
down.
it.
I think she's a great person. I'm just not a Swiftie.
I
But-
can't work out to her music, so I don't like it.
Fair.
Or that,
Fair enough,
yeah.
Jane.
Like,
Fair
that's
enough.
it.
Jane,
just
because
not feeling
you can't work out to her music.
No, I can't work out to her music. Like, what am I gonna hear about? That doesn't motivate
It's
me.
not your thing. But Liv, you were the only girl here that said you're a fan of Taylor
I
Swift.
feel like, you know, growing up, like she was always like playing when I was like a kid and stuff like that. I'm not like a huge fan. Like I honestly don't really listen to her music either, but I feel like she's an inspiring person. Like to get to where she got to from a small town, I feel like it's very inspiring. And she's obviously having people make fake AI images of her, so people obviously care.
And
Okay.
honestly, this whole AI situation, I actually think that, yeah, you can say it be regulated, but I mean, how you don't know it's not a marketing stunt? Maybe
Exactly.
They did this
Oh, you
for,
think
maybe
that-
they did this for, I'm not saying they did. But, you know, if you're somebody, you know, people do these marketing stunts, this could be something for them. I think maybe if these images are out there then and they're getting views, then the person they're doing it to should get money for it. If you're going to have access
totally.
to, right? If you're going to be putting these
Recourse.
images, right? You're going to be able to get money from that. Yeah, you can say be regulated, but at the end of the day, people figure out a way to do everything to break the law. So I don't know. I just think that you could use as a tool. You know, people are going to come for you hate-wise, but, you know what's true in your heart and so on and so forth.
Well, here's what I think.
Completely
You know, the
agree.
question is, would you rather have a low-key, drama-free life, or basically deal with all the drama in life? This is essentially the situation that happened in The Matrix. Do you want to take the blue pill
Yeah.
or the red pill? A conversation that we've had a billion times here on the SOSCast. For me, do you want to just, you know, they say ignorance is bliss. That's the blue pill. No drama. I don't want to be out of it. Just leave me alone.
Yeah.
I don't want that. Or basically take the red pill and you just, everything that comes with that. You know, they say, you know, they want all the smoke. I'll take the red pill and give me all the smoke. Give me the $1 billion. Give me the haters. Give me the enemies. Attack me, because everyone out there needs enemies. Everyone out there actually needs haters. Let your haters be your motivators, because there's always another hurdle and always another mountain to climb in life. And if everything's easy and nobody's offended and you don't piss anybody off, what fun is that? You want some drama in your life, because what'll happen is, no matter how big you get, I remember this story, Isaac, when I was 25, broke as shit. When I was 35, became a millionaire. What did I do in those 10 years? I was like, all right, I got to wake this thing up. I got to figure this out. I got to get out of the South Beach party lifestyle. I moved up to Boca, changed my life, got into finance. Life was completely different. And I reached my goal. I said, my goal is one day I want to be a millionaire in South Beach. I want to live in a condo downtown, overlooking the bay, and I did it. And what happens is, when your goal isn't that high, it's only this high, you get comfortable, you get relaxed. Gio, you remember where I was living in the Marquee, sick place.
Yeah. Marquee, what up?
Sick place. But then what happens is you get comfortable, and then you get, they say your comfort zone will kill you. And then I team up with Patrick Bet-David, and he goes, oh, millionaire in Miami, is that it? That's all you want in life? I was like, well, what do you mean? He goes, bro, we're gonna take over the world. I was like, oh, okay. I was just trying to take over Miami. Fuck. What do you mean? Like, sign me up. And he puts me on this rocket ship called Valuetainment. I'm the first talent that he ever signed. And I remember a famous quote. This is by Sheryl Sandberg of Facebook. The person running Facebook with Mark Zuckerberg at the time. I think she was the CEO or maybe the CMO. Where obviously Zuck's the founder. And they said, if you're given a seat on a rocket ship, don't worry about where you're sitting, just get on. Okay, you're given this opportunity. So I get this opportunity, and I realized that my dreams and my visions were too small. And I said, all right, millionaire, cool, South Beach, cool, what else? What kind of impact are you making? How many lives are you changing? What else is going on out there? Because there's always other levels and always other mountains to climb. And what I realized was, when I came to Valuetainment, I didn't really have any haters. No one online was talking shit about me. No one was like, fuck you, bro. Zero. I was just telling people, hey, be smart with your money, save that money. A couple people were like, what do you mean save that money? Not that big of a deal. I show up to Valuetainment. We start talking politics. It's the election. It's 2020. We can go on deeper with this. All of a sudden, the keyboard warrior starts showing up. You start getting comments out there. You're like, whoa, what? The fuck? Me? I'm gay now? What? I'm a socialist now? What? I've got 2 dads now? What? I have a belly ring now? Like, what's that? What?
That's so funny.
Like all these comments, and I'm like, this is super weird. And at first, especially for anyone's gonna do anything big in your life, you're gonna start getting things like, whoa, what is this? I'm not used to this. And then you start to say, all right, okay. I can take this. Not that big of a deal. The haters, okay. Because then PBD is like, listen, don't worry about the haters, bro. The bigger you get, the more haters you're going to get. But how big of a life do you want? How big of a vision do you want? How big are your dreams? How big are your goals? How much of an impact do you want to make? He said, it's going to come with the territory. Believe me, they've hated on me for years. Get used to it. I said, all right, cool. And now it's like, I want the haters. I want the smoke. I want the enemies, because that fuels me even more. Lately, on the PBD podcast, I got into an argument with our dear friend, good, kind gentleman. I said that he was intellectually lazy, Bassem Youssef. He's a major, major, major pundit in the Arab world. And we got into a little disagreement on the war that's going on between Israel and Gaza. You know what side I'm on. You know what side he's on. I'm on the side of America. I'm on the side of freedom, on the side of democracy, and I'm defending American values and Western values and morals. And that's cool. We can do it in an honest, open discussion. We even hugged and we gave each other a nice embrace at the end, as most people disagreeing. But wow, the haters, they showed up. And what happens is the haters, the jihadists, they don't just hate. They want to kill. And this is a major problem. But let your haters be your motivators. So my answer to anybody out there is, if you have a big dream, if you have a big vision, like Taylor Swift, like whatever, you agree with her music, you like working out to her music or not, if you got big dreams and you've got big goals, you want the haters, you want the enemies. This is the whole basic premise of why PBD did his book, Choose Your Enemies Wisely. So my enemies have chosen me, and I'm okay with that. So anyway, to put a ribbon on this conversation, I think we agree, whatever happens with Taylor Swift, with this AI situation that's going on out there, I don't think it's going away anytime soon.
No.
Okay. I hope some AI images come out for certain friends of ours. No, not me, not me. Anyway.
I'm scared.
All good. So with that being said, let's talk a little politics right now. So everyone's favorite subject these days. And Taylor Swift and her potential husband, boyfriend, Travis Kelce, are basically being infused in the political spectrum right now. So here's this article right now. I already did that. So right-wing media is building Taylor Swift conspiracy theories ahead of the Super Bowl. So right now, go to the other one right there, Malik. So the Kansas City Chiefs are headed to the Super Bowl, and some people on the far right have started bringing their theories to light. This time about Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's involvement with the 2024 election. The theories note that Swift's 2020 endorsement of President Biden is going to lead to a likely endorsement for him in 2024. We all know that Travis Kelce, he partnered up with Pfizer. Right? You say you call him Mr. Pfizer. Also Bud Light. Shout out to our friend Dylan Mulvaney.
Wow.
Nice.
But here's the deal. The biggest concern is that voters under 35, and especially female, a voting bloc that Biden is going to need in order to win election, assuming that you think he's going to be the candidate, are 18% more likely to support a candidate endorsed by Taylor Swift. So here's my question to you guys, up or down? Here we go. Bust out your green or your red. Yourselves, are you likely to vote or have your influence vote by Taylor Swift or any celebrity? Would they sway your vote at all?
Okay, that's so much easier than I thought what you were going to ask us.
So nobody here is going to be swayed by Taylor Swift.
Are you kidding?
Not happening.
No.
She's a singer.
Why
She's
not?
not like a.
It's because I feel like America's full of sheep, really, that follow along with the leader, which is celebrities that we follow, and that's why they're more likely to vote for Biden if Taylor Swift endorsed him, or literally anybody. And like I feel like this room is full of like a lot of leaders and a lot of creative people, whereas we're not going to vote for people because someone else is saying it, because we have our own minds.
Yeah.
Jane, what were you going to say?
I just think every person is an individual and they all live different lives. I live a completely different life from Taylor Swift or anybody else out there. So honestly, I know my morals. I know what I stand for. I know what works for me. I know what works for my family. And it's cool. You know, everyone has their own views. Everyone, you know, and that's respectable. But you're not going to, you know, like input your views into my life. You know, that's just what it is. So I'm not going to go and, you know, believe what someone else is, you know, telling me to do.
Okay, so how about this? Because I feel like if we go around the line here, nobody here is going to be swayed by Taylor Swift.
No.
Tell me the people you think that will. Give me the identity, the demographic, the type of person that you think would be like, well, I was unsure, but Taylor said so, so I'm going to go with this. Laura, who do you think it would be?
That demographic you were talking about, 18 to whatever, hopefully not 35. Hopefully at 35 you can have your own, you know, mind. But no, all these Swifties that are obsessed, that are doing crazy things, that are like selling their kidney for a ticket, you think that they're not going to be affected by her say on who to vote for? I mean, I really think, like she said, that they're going to be sheep and they're going to follow what the flock says. And okay, like Taylor said so, and then they call her right, mom, mother, or something.
Mommy,
like
mom. I don't know.
What do they call her?
What?
I don't know.
I don't know
Like
if
the
it's mommy,
Swiftie,
mother.
they call her mother or something, which is really ridiculous because I think she's pretty young to be a mom.
This
Like,
I
is
think
a
she's
cult,
like 36.
This is a cult question.
I mean,
they call her that.
What do they call in cults? Do they call
She has a cult. Taylor, I guess, has a cult because she has cult following.
And
So
with
she has the
that-
blueprint that you're following.
Yeah, but in the cult, don't they call the cult leader the mother?
Oh, it's possible. I don't know where that comes from. I'm I saw it somewhere. I don't know anything about Taylor Swift. I am not the authority on Taylor Swift. I know people are obsessed.
like
They
a
do
cult thing.
stupid things. I know somebody, I'm not going to say any names, that literally flew to another country. I know actually multiple people that have flown to different countries to go watch her in concert. So if you're willing to do that, again, and if you don't know anything, you're uninformed, you're misinformed, you're uneducated about politics, you're going to be like, oh, she said so, so sure. I got to go anyways. Oh, she tells me to go? Vote? Okay, vote or die. Okay, let's go. Check. I mean,
Okay.
so yeah, it's
Liv, what were you gonna say? You know, as a leader of your cult,
leader.
From one cult leader to another, mother, what type of person do you think would sway or be swayed by Taylor endorsing a candidate?
I think definitely the younger crowd for sure. People that don't really know what they want for themselves, so they'll just trust in someone that they feel can be trusted. I mean, a lot of celebrities have really big influence, which is why it's important as a celebrity to, you know, make sure you're doing the right thing. But I mean, it's gonna be people that are just sheep, yeah.
Just the
It's
sheeple.
Younger crowd.
People.
Tony, I know that you're obsessed with finding the universal truth of life. What's the truth in what you think will happen with Taylor Swift endorsing a candidate?
The Taylor Swift thing surprises me a lot because genuinely, in college, I think it would be, no offense to her, but embarrassing to play her. No one I knew ever played Taylor Swift, voting age and up. I think it's genuinely a kid thing, right? Taylor Swift fans are more not of voting age. But
Are they really? Because she's been around for like 15 years. How old is Taylor? We fact checked her.
And
She's
I think
35.
you stop
She
listening
has to
to
have
her after
fans that are
certain.
in their 20s and
She
30s.
definitely does.
No,
She does.
You
No,
think?
there's
But-
people. No, there's like moms that are my age plus that are throwing Taylor Swift. This is like a whole thing, like Taylor Swift parties for their kids, for the young kids. So it's the mom, like saying to my child, "Hey, really love her," and become
Oh,
a
so the
Swiftie
moms
too.
like it too.
I'm pretty
Okay.
sure. I'm pretty sure it's a thing. Which
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Okay.
kids are now liberal mothers, right?
Yeah,
And they're
yeah.
raising kids.
Yeah,
Doesn't
exactly.
that make sense?
Yeah. I mean, I would say, I'm more interested in how she swayed the Super Bowl, in my opinion, because of just of how many people and how many women started watching football now.
You're saying how she swayed the Super Bowl?
Well, just swayed, just like, yeah, maybe. I don't know. There's
Do you
talk
think
about
that
that.
she's
NFL
the
was
reason that the Kansas City
incentivized.
Chiefs are in the Super Bowl?
Hey, I mean, the
Are you
Chiefs-
saying that
she's
the
not
Buffalo
saying
Bills
that.
kicker missed that kick
I'm not making
because he
any
was
big
paid off
statements. I'm not
wide
making big
right because the
statements.
NFL wanted Taylor Swift in the Super Bowl?
Well,
No.
it could be the refs.
You think
I
that's
don't know.
impossible?
Influence
That
the game
there's
as well.
it's impossible that there's a conspiracy. Listen, I haven't seriously entertained this, but in my free time, I've thought about exactly what she said.
Yeah.
Isn't it interesting that the minute she decides to date this man, their value goes up like 30x%?
Yeah, it went up $300 million.
Yeah, they gained
Whoa.
millions of females.
It's suspicious to say the
watchers.
least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's
ever since
suspicious
Taylor Swift has
exactly?
been going
Well,
to
I
NFL
think that
games.
it could have possibly been contrived. Maybe their relationship wasn't genuine. Maybe it was contrived. Maybe there is a reason why at the same time they need Taylor to push for a certain political vote. She's also dating one of the biggest
Mr. Pfizer.
what's the name
was
for
gonna say,
football,
Travis
NBA,
Kelce.
and the football league, NBA,
NFL?
NFL.
Jesus Christ, Amy.
I don't watch sport.
What?
I don't watch sport. What are you talking about?
She's not from here. She knows about rugby.
Oh yeah. Listen.
Okay.
Regardless.
How long have you been living in America?
Like 6 years. I said I watch sport.
You didn't move here 6 months ago,
I
Amy.
think you can
NFL.
care. I think you can care about America without caring about sports. Anyway, this is a conversation that I have with the
this
media
is the
team.
sauce roast, not the Amy
It's fine.
roast.
Sorry, guys. We'll get to the sauce roast in a second.
Anyways, what I was saying is, Tony, it could be a conspiracy, but
Could
it
be
may
a
not be too
coincidence.
far off at the same time.
I mean, they definitely played into it when you watch the game. They're always pointing the camera to her or Kelsey. And
Well,
they're
that's on the
definitely-
NFL, of course.
As they
Yeah.
should.
Yeah.
Good marketing.
Bro, if
Yeah,
Taylor
definitely.
Swift was here at Valuetainment, you think the camera would be on us fucking knuckleheads?
Yeah.
It'd be on Taylor Swift right now.
Well, how many
as good looking
celebrities
as
go to
Gio is
games?
right now, I'd be like, all right, Gio, Taylor's on the show.
I'm
Sorry.
just saying
agree.
that for the last 4 weeks, everything on Valuetainment's channels, whether it be Unusuals, this show, all the other shows, we're talking about Taylor Swift. Why? Do you think it's a coincidence, or do you think it's because the media wants it to be that way?
Because they
I mean,
paid us
do you-
$10 billion. Do
you think it's a coincidence
And
that
now
at
we're
the
talking
same-
about Taylor
Do you think it's
because we are
coi-
bought and sold and paid for.
Do you think it's a coincidence that at the same time people are saying she can heavily influence the election? Meanwhile, she's in every other news story every other week.
They're just utilizing her as they should.
She brings
as we would have
eyeballs.
done the same thing.
A puppet, a pawn, I guess, but at the end of the day,
That's okay.
Malik, what was the valuation, by the way, that you're saying to the Kansas City Chiefs? What are some of those numbers?
Yeah, so it increased their overall value by $331 million. Wow.
Yeah.
And on top
Casual.
of that,
What other stats? Hold on, Malik, go ahead.
No,
Travis
totally
Kelce's
normal.
jersey sales has went up 400%, and female viewership in the NFL has been the highest since 2000.
That's funny.
Yep.
I love it. It's so smart.
If that does that for
Why
NFL,
not?
what do you think it's going to do for an election?
Yeah.
Exactly going back to what we were talking about. Do you think there's a reason why she has this center spotlight right now? Or do you think it's at least a little bit contrived?
Well, as far as the election goes, okay, I don't know how many. So, they say that you have to move the movable middle. We already know that in America today, as polarized as we are, there's already going to be 45% of the country that are voting right and 45% of the country that are voting left. Is anybody here actually still undecided on who they're voting for?
Taylor Swift will tell you.
Okay. So, I was considering voting for a candidate. I'm not going to lie.
For Adam.
I can't tell you.
Trump.
But once I heard Taylor Swift is going to be endorsing a candidate, I want to let you guys know.
Change your mind?
I'm just going to go with whoever Taylor tells me to vote for.
Yeah.
Facts. You actually think that I'm serious right here? She's like,
He's scared.
I think that the people that follow Taylor are already on one side of the political spectrum, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They're not being moved. They are who they are. Okay, I have a case example. I'm not going to say her name, but when I'm not here at Valuetainment, running Valuetainment, doing what we're doing here, I have a financial firm. I have an assistant that works for me for the last few years. She's my assistant. She is the biggest Taylor Swift fan in the world.
Really?
If I started playing, I did a game with her. I started playing the first 3 seconds of the song. She's like, "That's that song. That's that song." We were playing a game. She knows every single thing whatsoever. And I'm not going to say who she's voting for or not voting for. Let's just say, if Taylor Swift told her to vote in a certain direction, she's going to do what Taylor has her to do. But that vote is already locked in, if you know what I mean. It's already on the...
It's called confirmation bias.
Confirmation bias. I don't think that the people in the middle, the independent voters, the people who are out there being like, the movable middle, basically the same people who voted for George W. Bush, or the same people that voted for Obama, or the same people that voted for Trump, and then they voted for Biden. These people shift. It's called the blue wall, especially up in the Rust Belt, Michigan, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, this territory. They're bipolar. They change their vote every 4 to 8 years because they think that something's going to change. Stop being so focused on what's going on in the White House. Start being more focused on what's going on in your house. These people are movable. Taylor Swift ain't moving these people. They're going to move themselves. The people that Taylor Swift is going to influence are the people that basically just get out the vote. I think that she got, in one day in 2020, 30,000 people to register to vote. And you know what side of the aisle that they voted for. But these people are already going to vote that way. What you should be concerned about with Taylor Swift is people who have never voted before. Mm-hmm. That's what you should be concerned about. They've never voted. They're Gen Z. They're basically immune to politics. I have a good friend that says politics is a fool's game. He knows who he is. But basically, these people have basically not ever even voted. They're Gen Z. And now Taylor Swift will say, do this and vote for this person. Those people will do it. So registered voters, I think they're already locked in. It's the new voters that I think that has to be a concern. So bottom line here, the only person here that said that they would sway their vote is Gio.
Sway my
Taylor
vote.
Swift will influence your vote. Taylor says you're going to vote, you're going to vote.
I never said that. I said that I don't hate her because I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Oh.
And I don't hate her. She's cute blonde. Why not?
Gio says she's a cute
Well, that's
blonde.
a political statement.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm
so
not. But I'm not politically influenced by her.
You're not politically influenced. So nobody here is going to change their vote because of Taylor Swift.
No.
Or
Is
anyone
anybody here
else.
over 35?
That's so mean.
Anyone
Yeah.
here?
I am.
But you look great, and you're a mother.
Phenomenal.
But it says here, 18% of people 35 and under. So it turns out that you ladies are not influenced by Taylor Swift. You guys are her target market. 20 and 30-something-year-old ladies in their early 30s and late 20s that can vote. And none of you guys are being influenced. Liv? No. Not even you?
No.
You sure?
Yes.
Cult vibes?
You know what? Maybe I got to then.
You got to.
No.
Okay.
Swaying her. You're swaying her.
That's happening right there. Okay. Sorry, Taylor. Nobody here is voting who you say to vote for. I'm very sorry to hear that. Anyway.
A majority of our audience think the same. I put a poll of what a celebrity influence your vote. Most people said no. It was 90% to 10.
So people are locked in. Nobody's changing their vote because of that. Okay?
I feel like when you're tuning into a show like this that offers diverse opinions, of course the audience is going to naturally be like that. We're talking about the American populace. I'd be a little bit more concerned versus the people on this panel, honestly. Just saying.
If you're showing up in the SOSCast, you're established, you're smart, you're classy,
you're
a free thinker. You're not going to be influenced by certain pop culture celebrities, but...
Or even the viewers of the show versus the average everyday person who doesn't use YouTube. They just use their TV, turn it on, listen to whatever media channel comes on. It's going to be a little bit different.
If anything, I was going to say the celebrities take a risk because let's say you do like the celebrity and then they input their political opinion that you don't agree with, and then next thing you don't like the celebrity anymore. So, for example, I mean, like Eminem, I think it was 2016 election, he totally put out his opinion, and I was a lifelong Eminem supporter. Next thing you know, he said, if you vote for Trump, F you, and it's like, well... You know what I mean? Why would I now support you when you had nothing to do with politics to begin with? You were an entertainment.
So you're basically saying that a celebrity is basically taking a chance, putting their political ideology out there because they might abandon half their fans.
Absolutely. Why would you do that to your fans?
You ever see what Ricky Gervais did when he went and he hosted the, was it the Oscars?
Is that
or the
British
Emmys?
comedian?
Yes.
Yeah.
And he basically was like, nobody cares what you have to say. Get on stage, thank your agent, thank your God, and get the hell out of here. Nobody, you're a movie actor, you're a movie star. You don't know what it's like to be a regular person. Thank your agent, thank your God, and get the hell out of here. Don't talk about politics, nobody cares, keep it moving. It's as real as it gets. So I think that's one of the things out there is that once you make a statement like that politically, it's hard to double back on that. We already know where Taylor's gonna be. But Taylor's audience are young women.
Yeah.
So young women, I think there was a stat out there. This is actually very interesting. We won't go deep on this. Gen Z are more likely, so Gen Z is 25 and under. See if you can find this. Pull this up right there. We can talk about this, Malik. Gen Z is more likely to identify as LGBTQ than as Republican. Type that in real quick.
Oh, God.
Gen Z, LGBTQ, identify Republican. That's where we're at in society, is that young people are so impressionable. You know, they say nature versus nurture. So I think there was a study out there, only 9% of the world identify as gay or LGBT, 9%. In America, it's 10%. I think Brazil is number one. I think it's 15% in Brazil. But Gen Z in America, 33% identify as LGBTQ. Can you find this article, Malik? Did you find it? Here it is, right here. Wow. Less GOP and more LGBTQ. Gen Z is more likely to be queer than Republican, survey reveals. So see if you can find some stats on there, Malik. Scroll down. Does it show that? So what's weird is we know in this country 45% of America is right, 45% of America is left. So big numbers. See if you can find that. More people, Gen Z, are likely to be LGBTQ than Republican?
Yeah.
See, Malik, can you read that? See some numbers?
Yeah, 28% of Gen Z adults identify as LGBTQ+.
What's the number?
28%.
28%.
Compared to 16% of millennials, 7% of Generation X, and 4% of baby boomers, as only 21% say they are Republicans.
Okay, by the way,
those are so
you want to talk about how easily influenced you are when you're young. This is we're going off topic a little bit, but Gen Z, read those numbers again from baby boomers to Gen X to millennials.
28% of Gen Z adults identify as LGBTQ+, compared to 16% of millennials, 7% of Generation X, and 4% of baby boomers, as only 21% say they are Republicans. There are more members of the queer community in Gen Z than GOP members.
Wow. Now, where do these stats come from? Because some people are saying, who came up with these stats? Does it show a source?
It feels very clickbaity to me to say 28% of Gen Z's identify
What's the
as
advocate.com? Do you guys know what?
That's the publisher, but they probably got the source from something else. regardless, and I've seen this, Bill Maher's done this before, this is not some made up stat.
Yeah.
We talk about the Gen Z being the TikTok generation. Who owns TikTok?
China.
ByteDance, owned by China, owned by the CCP. Look at who do you think is more comfortable saying, this is who I am? Who cares less about what you think? Someone who's 18 or someone who's 80?
18.
18, you think they care less?
More. They care more. They're more inclined to listen to what you're
18
saying.
cares more.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
The older you are, dude, if you're 80 years old,
You
you're
don't
like,
give a
I don't.
fuck. You don't give a fuck.
Everyone
That source is
here
Public
has
Religion
met
Research
a
Institute.
crotchety, old, racist 80-year-old. Whether they're black, white, Latino, they're like, I don't give a fuck, bro. Like, I'm 80 years old. The fucking motherfuckers that are like, go to Cuba out there and see what the fucking Fidel Castro, you know about this, okay? Go meet a crotchety old white person in the South. Go meet a crotchety old black person. Like, they will tell you what's on their mind. They don't give a fuck. So they said 4% of baby boomers identify as LGBTQ. Was that the number, Malik?
Yeah, and then the source is PRRI, which is Public Religion Resource Institute.
Okay. So stat check that.
Yeah, so 28% of Gen Z identify as LGBTQ compared to 16% of millennials, 7% of Gen X, and 4% of baby boomers.
So that's my point. We're talking about how impressionable people are. We talked about what basically Taylor Swift, if you're under 35, 18% of people would basically sway their vote by Taylor Swift. Nature versus nurture. People can be swayed, especially the young generation. 4% of baby boomers came out as LGBTQ. What was it?
Yeah, 4%.
What was Gen X?
It was 16.
Gen X.
Gen X, that was, oh man, I just closed it.
Yeah.
So it was baby boomers 4%. Then I think you said Gen X was 9%.
Gen Y,
And then millennials is 16%.
Got it right here.
30%.
Yeah, what is it?
So 7% of Gen X, 4% of baby boomers, millennials 16%, Generation X is 7.
So from 4 to 7 to 16 to what's Gen Z?
28.
Okay. 10% of the world, 9% to be exact, identifies LGBTQ. So the boomers, that's 4%. The Gen Xers, you said that was 9%, 7%?
7.
Okay, that's in line. 28%? So if you think that these young people who are 18, 21 are not impressionable, guess again. They can be influenced, they can be impressed, they can basically be told what to do.
Wait,
You
so
talked
you're
about
saying
who said sheep?
We all.
You said sheep.
Yeah.
You're saying it's social contagion and they're not born this way? Is
That's
that what
exactly
you're
I'm
saying, Adam?
Yes.
Controversial.
How could you say that?
But
don't
Lady
know.
Gaga once said she was born this way.
I don't know.
But I don't know. The stats say otherwise.
I don't know. I mean, those
That
numbers
was a
seem
good one.
completely
I just-
natural.
I
that
just
it would
think-
go from
I think-
4 to 28% over just a couple years. I mean, it seems like a natural progression. I don't know what you're talking about.
I speak sarcasm and I speak exactly what you're saying right now.
I
Go
think
ahead,
this is why
Jay.
media does attack, not attack, I may not say attack, but this is why the media kind of like caters to the young people is because they're so easily influenced. When I was fresh out of high school, I was in search of who I was, there was things I was interested in. There was things, you're in search of someone, you're curious. So, when now all these things are coming out and it wasn't like that before, obviously it spikes curiosity and then they use, artists and, people who are here to entertain to influence the young people. So I think, because we talk about 80-year-olds are not picking up the phone like, oh, wow, let's see what Taylor Swift is doing. They don't give a damn about what Taylor Swift is doing. Only the young people do. And everybody knows that. So I feel like that's why the young people are targeted, to confuse them, into thinking a certain way and trying to change their morality. And I think that's just the issue that we have nowadays.
A couple years ago, is the final point. A couple years ago, there was a movie that came out that was called The Social Dilemma. Basically, how much influence social media and apps have on the youth. Now, luckily, not yet. I don't have any kids yet. I know you have kids. If I'm a parent out there and I have a kid who's 18 or under, or 21 or under, I'd be very worried about what they're seeing online.
Yep.
We see everything that's happening right now with, the trans community and kids, basically. I mean, you know all about this.
You can't imagine. It's in everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
I have to be before we watch anything, we do research on it. We have to check because it's in everything. And then the point is, I'm just not ready to have those conversations with my young girls. And it introduces, they start asking questions. And if not that, then in school they're talking about it and all this kind of stuff. But you have to be so hyper vigilant. If you could think your kid could just watch TV, those days are long gone. I mean, I sometimes just try to find Flintstone, like old stuff. Yeah. Flintstone, find
the Flintstones are fucked up now. Have you seen that?
Well, I'm talking
What's wrong with the Flintstones?
So they actually.
Don't tell me Fred Flintstone and Barney are gay. I lose my shit.
They literally incorporated someone from RuPaul's Drag Race, and then Proud Family as well. Do you guys remember Proud Family Disney Channel back in the day?
I do.
So this one as well has also gone super woke. A lot of the shows that we knew and love as children have been entirely contaminated.
Scooby-Doo.
There used to be a time when we were growing up, our parents would plop us down in front of the TV, whether it was the Flintstones, whether it was the Jetsons, whether you were doing Saved by the Bell. Shout out to Kelly Kapowski, my female crush back in the day, my girl.
Zach
You didn't have to worry about it getting indoctrinated. All you had to worry about is like, oh shit, I am definitely not gay. Thank you, Kelly Kapowski. Shout out to you. I don't care how many times AC Slater flexes. I'm into Kelly Kapowski. Maybe a little Lisa Turtle. I don't know.
Remember Johnny Bravo? Johnny Bravo. That was a great
These
show.
days, you have to be super worried about what you're going to be seeing out there.
You really do.
True.
Anyway, for anyone that has young kids, younger brothers and sisters, just family members, just be very attentive to what they're watching, they're putting on their screens. Be careful out there. Moving right along. Ladies, I need your help here because this is probably the realest segment that we're going to have today.
Oh.
It's going to be kind of weird.
Oh.
I'm not going to lie. I'm like brace for impact.
Okay.
Because this is going to be some creepy stuff we're about to talk about right now.
Nervous.
So if you've got children, have them leave the room.
Oh, gosh.
If you've got kids, help them leave the room. Of course, I'm talking about what Vince McMahon of the WWE has been accused of. It's always important to use the words accused. But let me tell you something. You know the worst word to have next to your name? Allegedly.
Yeah.
It's never like he allegedly feeds the homeless. No. He allegedly donates all his time to charity. It's always like he allegedly has been sex trafficking something.
Damn.
He's allegedly been doing this. So Vince McMahon has allegedly done some foul ass shit. So Vince McMahon, naughty texts have been exposed. So Vince McMahon, can we show a picture of Vince McMahon if you guys don't know this guy?
That's a
Let's
good
get ready to
picture of
rumble.
him.
Is that a good picture?
Yeah.
So Vince McMahon, crude and explicit text
Doesn't look like
revealed
that,
in a sex trafficking lawsuit. He has basically resigned of the executive chairman of TKO, that's the parent company of the $21 billion asset manager of the WWE and the UFC. So this guy ain't no joke. If you've watched anything in wrestling or pro athletic sports these days, whatever it is, you're going to know who Vince McMahon is. And I'm not pro or anti Vince McMahon. It's not my thing. I watch football, I watch basketball, I watch UFC. I haven't watched wrestling in God knows how long. Ever since Hulk Hogan, Macho Man Randy Savage, what was the guy, the Ultimate Warrior, Adrian, Junkyard Dog, those guys?
Adrian.
I haven't watched it. Maybe since The Rock, Stone Cold Steve, but these days I have no clue what's going on. But this guy has been there for all that and then some, Vince McMahon. But now he's being accused of some wild ass shit. So accusations of sex trafficking and sexual misconduct from a former WWE staffer, Janelle Grant. So do we have a picture of her, by the way, Janelle Grant? She's actually really cute.
Down.
She alleged, those are these words, allegedly, that McMahon has forcefully penetrated her with sex toys named after wrestlers, sexually assaulted her with another WWE executive, trafficked her to other men, and shared explicit photos of her and texted her inappropriately. That's the girl right there.
She's cute.
She's cute.
Which doesn't matter, by the way.
So these texts are very heinous.
Yeah.
So do I even want to read these things? They're pretty nasty. I don't know. Should I read them or not read them?
Spare us.
Unnecessary.
Don't read them.
No.
It's
Do one.
Tony was like, wait,
Tony wants them.
Okay.
It's
I'm a
multiple
little interested.
things in multiple holes and multiple things going on, named after wrestlers and just some foul ass stuff.
And he resigned.
And there was some bodily fluids that he shared upon her.
Areas? Sorry.
And not the fluids you're thinking of. It's some weird shit that's going on out there.
He peed on her?
And then some.
Oh, girl.
Worse.
Wait,
it's worse.
diarrhea.
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever the weirdest shit is, allegedly we're in these texts. Let's spare some of these details. The dude has allegedly done some heinous ass stuff. So he has now since resigned. And
that's such a guilty thing.
He
to
peacefully
do,
resigned,
I feel
or was it like
right?
When you resign, it's like, oh shit, they caught me. It's like
you know what?
should've,
Pull up the
like,
article, Malik. Let's see if we can
stayed.
highlight some of the specifics.
And been like, I didn't
When
do
did this
it.
come out?
This has been coming out over the last week or so, but it's been a slow drip because I think he dealt with some stuff a few years ago.
Oh wow.
So I guess my first question is, and then I'll ask the next question. It's been said in the past, believe all women, right? The Me Too movement, we've seen what's happened with that. You know, I think what sort of made people stop believing all women was the Johnny Depp situation.
I know you're gonna say that.
So we saw what happened with Harvey Weinstein, dirtbag. We saw what happened with Bill Cosby, scumbag. We've seen what happens with other people out there that have been canceled, and rightfully so. But then there's some things out there that have been basically not proven. We've seen what's happened with Trump. He just basically he lost a lawsuit, $80 million, because this girl said that she defamed him, that he defamed her, but that's a whole nother story out there. But basically, he's accusing her of rape, but she basically said that he didn't rape me. He just, in my mind, he raped me, is essentially the thing. It's like, what? I don't even understand what this thing is. We've seen what happened with Tate, our buddy Tate, your buddy Leanna, that you've found out about. Found out she doesn't know him. She's found out about him. He's been accused of all this stuff. Been found guilty of nothing, 0 charges. We saw what happened with Russell Brand recently, the famous actor.
The guy you had on yesterday.
What's that?
The guy you had on yesterday, the baseball player.
No, Russell Brand.
No.
Thank you.
Trevor Bauer.
We had Trevor Bauer on the podcast, PBD podcast yesterday. This guy's been acquitted of everything. He lost his entire career because of it.
Wow.
He just came back. He did his first big live interview on PBD podcast. So we've known to believe all women, but then Johnny Depp shows up, and basically they're like, no, this lady is an absolute psychopath, Amber Heard. So when you see these things, believe all women, but then you see Vince McMahon, we all know innocent till proven guilty, but this guy seems pretty freaking guilty to me. I don't know. So do you believe what's happening here? Did you wait for the trial? How do you process this, Laura?
No, 2 separate things. I don't know enough about this situation. I mean, yeah, probably he's a dirtbag, but I don't know enough to say anything. But no, the believe all women, absolutely not. There's been enough things proven that girls are just like, grimy and they're going to do things. That doesn't mean believe no women, but yeah, everybody has to have a fair trial, and there has to be evidence. You can't just say, what I don't like is you just say something and then it's true. It makes all men so vulnerable. You don't want to do anything, or you can't have any interactions because it just, he did this, and then we just are all taking it at face value.
Do you think, so I guess to be clear,
Vince,
should we believe all women, or should we just find the truth?
Truth.
Okay. So you're saying women would lie?
Of course women can lie. Men
Okay.
can lie, women can lie.
Does anybody here think that a woman wouldn't lie about something like this?
That they wouldn't lie?
Do you think women lie
Yes.
about stuff like this?
Yes.
You think so?
Men lie, women lie.
Everyone does.
Everyone lies.
And everyone's
What do
a
you
target
think?
for a different reason. In terms of what could be this could be motivated by. The reason why I asked you when this was published, because I actually hadn't seen this, but very big at the New York Stock Exchange last week. The Rock he closed the New York Stock Exchange last week on behalf of TKO, and I think it was their first day public trading. So that's my, I don't know if your crew here at Valuetainment can look up those, the dates, but I don't know when this was released. In accordance to public trading with the company.
Find the date of that article.
Obviously, that's a really big important factor, I would think, in this coming out.
So your statement is what?
Everyone is motivated by different things. Whether you're making a a claim of something that happened a long time ago that you all of a sudden now want to talk about it and it is the truth, or someone in the corporate espionage world and the world of why people are motivated to do different things coerce this person to finally talk about this, or was it just happenstance that she's deciding to talk about it now?
Okay.
There's some big things going on for TKO right now.
No doubt. All right, let me shift gears for a second. We understand that this guy's most likely a creep, and I'm not defending him, but there's a lot of guys have basically been, allegedly done things that I don't think they've done. But here's my question to you ladies. Let's back up a second. You're all attractive ladies, all right? Most of you guys are single, yeah? Meaning you get hit on a lot. Percentage-wise, what percentage of men would you say are creeps? What percentage of men would you say are creeps? Meaning, if 10 dudes hit on you, what percentage are like, bro, that guy's the creepiest thing ever? What percentage like, oh, he's a nice guy and, you know, maybe I'm not into him, but, you know, or what guy, or maybe I'll give him my number. What percentage are just full on creeps? Jane, go ahead.
You had to pick me.
You're first.
I don't know. I would definitely say it's definitely rough, but I'd probably say maybe like 70%.
70?
Wow.
Percent.
Where you hanging out, girl? Let me take you out.
You're
Let me
saying-
take you out.
Hold on. 70% creeps?
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just being dramatic. But I can I say like a ratio? Like maybe like I would say maybe like 3 out of 10.
Okay, so
Yeah.
30.
Yeah.
So it just
Yeah,
went from
that's
70
like
to 30.
Yeah, I'm just being dramatic.
So that
but
means
yeah.
70 not creepy.
Like 70%.
Fuck, but 30 is pretty high.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Rayan.
I mean, social media does also play into that, no?
So, all right, so you're saying on social media gets even creepier?
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
I think
course.
Really?
I'm
yeah.
thinking about social media.
You're
Yeah.
just in the
Oh, yeah.
DMs.
Social
I
media?
think social
What?
You get
media.
creepy on there.
Yeah, they
Seriously?
they get
Some weird
bold and
stuff.
creepy.
Yeah, it makes me a little uncomfortable. Like,
There's
gotta block a
message
lot of people.
requests, right?
He
And
sent
none
me
of
like
the
a lot
DMs,
of
the message requests.
No, I've gotten
Scary.
emails, and I'm like, what is going on here?
For you.
Rayan,
Yeah.
what percentage of men creep you out?
Like 100%.
What?
No.
Guys, I am so unattached.
Like
from all this.
100%.
Most guys creep you out? 100%?
Yeah.
Are you a lesbian?
No.
Oh. So what's it like being a beautiful woman and getting creeped out everywhere you go? I don't understand
Well,
this.
it's not like creeped out. It's like, especially in this day and age of social media, like men already have like a perverse mind, and I feel like they become more of a pervert, like looking at you on there and stuff, and just saying the most raunchiest of things. And I as a beautiful woman, yes, I have like the boobs and I have like the butt, like. They're already looking at me in physical attraction. It's the first thing they see. So they're thinking about me and like wanting to like fuck me and all that. And it's just like, I just can't.
Hold on, because I got to defend the men for a second. What are you posting online? Is it booty pics? Are you bikini pics?
I have some bikini pics, yes.
So wouldn't it be fair to say that you're inviting these comments?
Oh, I'm not inviting anything.
Well, if you're posting booty pics, don't you like?
So I should allow them to say.
feel it heating
I'm
up
just
in
saying.
here.
I believe in free speech. If you're gonna be posting booty pics,
I'm like, I want to go.
what are you expecting the comments to be? Hey, just really want to appreciate your round derriere. Have a great day. They're gonna be like, damn, that ass bad. Like,
Yeah, we're flashing like, hey, the beach looks good behind you.
Of course that will happen, but
Yeah.
I will have the mindset of like, oh yeah, all guys, they're all perverts, they're all
Okay.
creepy to me.
but why would you say 100% though?
I've just
Like even
haven't-
she was shocking at
All of
70,
I
and then she lowered it to
it was a
30. Do you want to lower your 100 to 99 at least?
Unless somebody shows me that they can be a good guy and they can be respectful towards
Have you
women.
ever tried not posting
they're
bikini
guilty
pics
until
and seeing the
proven
type of
innocent?
guys that slip in your DMs? I'm just curious.
I don't post bikini pic. If you go on my Instagram,
No, I wasn't talking about you.
No, I'm saying like in general, there's guys that are just no matter what. I mean, yeah, if you post bikini pics and showing your ass and stuff, you're gonna get a whole different type of level of guys and creepiness. But if my social media, I make sure I don't post any of that because I don't want to invite anything like that. And still, you do get
You still
do
get
you
it,
do get your fair
sure,
share.
because there's still a percentage of the population that's going to be degenerate. But if you're claiming 100%, maybe you should look at yourself and the media that you're putting out there to attract that type of response. I mean, I get creepy guys all the time. I get guys who send me memes about the different ways they want to like send me money and like, oh, Amy, I want to be a servant, like crazy
Whoa.
stuff
Whoa,
on
I'll
social
take
media. Pay pigs, right? I get the craziest
you
messages.
can send them my way.
Despite putting literally nothing out online that's revealing anything, I still get crazy messages like that.
You have pay pigs?
Guys reaching out to me for that. Yeah, it's
I've
insane.
never heard that term before.
Pay pig. No?
By the way, if you want to subscribe to Amy's Pay Pig channel, click the link right here.
Listen, what my point was that even with a vast array of creepy red pill guys out there, depending on how you choose to exhibit your brand, you're gonna get a response back. Maybe like 30 to 50% of the guys are creepy. The other percentage are like, hey, I love what you said about XYZ. I love what you said about this.
Okay, so back up a second because I'm trying to nail this down. You're saying 30 to 50% are creepy.
Yeah. Nowhere near 100. No.
Okay.
I'm talking about message requests as well, not the people
I'm
that go on your
talking about
DMs.
real life, like scenarios online overall.
Are in real life?
Yeah.
Like 5% of creepy.
In real life.
Barely any in real
Okay.
life.
What about in real life for you? Real life.
Real life, about like 45, 50.
So you're still at 50% creep.
That's a high number.
That's
Gentlemen.
crazy. But what defines
Liv,
creep?
Liv, let
can
me
we define creep?
Yeah, can we
like,
define
what's
it?
creep? Is creep is like, damn, shawty, you look good, or is creep is like, I've been dreaming of you naked? Because those are two different like creeps.
You
like,
tell me.
I don't know. I think there's like a little bit of creep in every guy in a way, but I don't think it's like. I think there's levels to it in a way.
Well,
you know,
Malik,
like,
pull up that picture
There's a little creep. I mean, that's the point. Is that
Malik,
with the
you
creep
know that
becomes a
picture
creep?
online of
So,
like the
like,
difference between hitting on versus sexual harassment? You know the picture I'm talking about, Malik?
I know exactly what picture.
Okay, gotcha. Pull
you
that
know
up right
exactly
there.
what you're talking about.
I know
exactly what you're talking about.
To depict this already.
We're about to find out right now. Liv, what percentage of guys would you say are creepy?
I feel like she said, like 100% of men can be creepy, but it's who acts on it. Like, are they gonna act creepy? Maybe in their head they're creepy, and we all know that.
Wait, you think 100% of guys are creepy and fucked up in their head?
I don't know about fucked
Go to the
up,
gas
but fucked up
station.
is
Sorry,
better.
what's your definition of creepy? Do you think
Go to
that's in any way synonymous with
Go to
fucked
the
up?
gas station and pump
Hold
your
on, guys.
gas at
Liv,
night.
go ahead.
No.
So you're saying gas station is where they creep?
Certified
Gas
creeps are at gas stations.
Really?
Yes, and I literally.
Yes.
Oh, there it is right there. That's flirting. That's harassment. That dress makes you look. That dress looks sexy on you. Flirting. That dress looks sexy on you. You just got to charge, homie. Like if a good-looking guy like Gio rolled up and he says, "Wow, you know, you look. I really like that outfit." You might be like, "Okay, thank you." You know, if
Yeah, but you can be
homeboy.
really good looking and be like
And
really
still be-
creepy.
yeah, you can be
Real
very-
possibility.
yeah,
You
Yeah,
can be really
absolutely.
good looking and creepy at the same time.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Give me an example of what a
Give him more
really
time
good
to
looking
show
guy
that he's
can say to
creepy
creep
first.
you out.
His eyes.
I don't know. He could look at you and be like undressing you like,
Oh my
you're looking
god.
so. I don't even know.
Would be
creep
would-
myself
Jesus.
out. I was just trying to react to gas station situations.
Okay. In my opinion, because listen, at this point in my life, hey, how are you? Good, like casual, cool.
Yeah.
But I see the guys out there. I live in South Beach. You know, I mean, everyone knows what I do. And when I see guys go, hey, ma, hey, ma, it's like, I literally sometimes go up to them like,
Stop.
the hey,
Pick
ma
a
thing
new
ain't gonna
line.
work,
Like,
bro.
cut it out.
The hey, ma thing ain't gonna work, bro. You gotta just go up and say, hey, how's your day? Like, the hey, ma thing
Hey,
ain't gonna
ma?
work. You know the hey, ma thing.
Yeah, but you'd be surprised. Some girls are like, what? Stop playing with me. I've seen it. I've seen creepy guys in action, and I've seen girls react to it. So again, I think it's a matter of like what you define as creep. Now, creepy, like if you're at home, I got pictures of you, and like this, like that's obviously very creepy.
right.
But you know, I think there's a
So,
little.
let me get Tony's opinion. Tony, what percentage of men are creepy?
I guess like we were talking about sex trafficking type of creepy. So
Well, that's a whole nother level
Yeah,
of
that's
creep.
like you're insane.
Isn't that what started the conversation?
Yes.
That guy was really
Yes.
creepy. I think there's like 5% of men that are genuinely like that. But yeah, subconsciously there's creepy thoughts. But I think most men aren't looking at women saying like, I'm going to
Find a
brutalize
real
and
answer.
Thank you so
sexualize
much.
this girl.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
Five was my first
Okay.
instinct too. Yeah.
Okay, this I want to get I want to bring
online
the
is a
guys
whole
in
nother
right now
level,
because we're seeing a lot of wild ass numbers right here.
Creepy girls.
So, look, there's some creepy girls out there. Here's all I can say as a guy. Gio, you're a dude. I'm saying in real life, how many guys percent? Like if you had 100 dudes in a room, we're all hanging out. Locker room talk. We're all hanging out. Whatever. Guys are gonna talk about what guys talk about. What percentage of those 100 guys would you say are like certified, dude, don't let this person around your girl, your daughter, your girlfriend,
Like
creeps.
5%.
Okay. So 95% of guys are not,
No.
like, you have nothing to worry about.
Yeah.
Okay. Malik, how about you?
I'll say like 10 to 15. Because, like, I've known some guys where I caught them like, yeah, that's a little weird, dude. I don't think you should say that to somebody, or you just need to change the way you think.
So you called some dudes out?
Yeah, definitely.
Like, give me an example.
Like this one dude, he would try to, like, back in college, this guy would, like, talk to every girl I would talk to and, like, bring me up every time as a way to, like, get to her.
Oh,
so it was kind of, like, weird. Like, why are you doing all of this? Like, if you want to do it on your own, but don't use me to get what you need to get.
Yeah. I think what I'm ultimately getting at is some of you girls' numbers are wildly different than what us guys are used to. Because we know what it's like. Okay, listen. You know, I've done my circle of life thing before. I've done that thing.
Check that video out.
You know, this is the circle of life in 60 seconds or less. And it starts with guys want girls. Girls just want to have fun. Fun costs money. Guys need to make money. Why? Because guys want girls. And by the way, this has been the story for millennia, from Romeo and Juliet to cavemen. Guys want girls. This is how we procreate. This is how we live. I get it. It is what it is. I played college football. I've been in the nightlife scene. I know what it's like to be around dudes. Every once in a while, in the scene, as a guy, you'll identify a fucking creep.
Yeah.
A creep. I mean, this is the type of guy. So there used to be a guy that used to go around and putting pills in girls' drinks. He's been arrested. Famous guy, Darren Sharper. Like, he was an NFL player. He used to hang out in Miami. Fucking creep. Good looking dude, by the way. But guys, what I would say, need to self-regulate. So you're saying 5%, Malik's saying 10 to 15%. I think it's incumbent on men to do two things. Let women know that most dudes are not creeps. That they are not trying to do some weird ass shit. And just because they go, hey ma, that's just a whack pickup line, doesn't mean that they're actually creeps. But for the 5% of guys, let's say, that are fucking creeps, I think it's, before the girls have to deal with them, I think guys need to stand up and be like, bruh, what the fuck are you doing right now?
Exactly. Yeah.
Like, dude, you are creepy as shit. Okay? Because some of those guys, they probably don't even know how creepy they are. They probably haven't been laid. I can't see what you're saying, bro. I can't see that. They probably don't know how creepy they are. Like, if I had a friend that was just creeping chicks out, I'd pull them aside and be like, bro, what are you doing right now, guy?
Embarrassing.
He'd be like, I don't know, I'm just trying to get laid out here. I'm like, this ain't helping. And this is a bad look for you, for me, and for all of us. So lay off the fucking creepy vibes, dude. Because nobody's getting.
For all of us.
You're rooting it for all of us. You're rooting it for all of us.
Yeah,
so
you gotta help them out.
if you've got a friend out there that's creeping people out, talk to your friend. But ladies, I think it's important for you guys to know, because you guys are throwing some wild numbers out there. 100%, 70%,
said 30.
50%. Okay.
Okay.
Jay's like, I said 30. You said 70. We could roll the
30.
tape. And then we can run it back.
They're talking about social media. They're not talking about.
That's a big-
I'm talking about
Okay.
social media,
Yeah,
mostly, yeah.
It's very different.
Okay. I can't see what you're saying, buddy.
Yeah, it's for me. Don't worry. Don't worry. Ignore it.
Just go.
Okay,
Use the
gotcha.
bathroom. Go.
Do you have to use the bathroom?
Yes. Just go quick.
Fuck. Yes, I do.
Come back and get ready to
Adam,
dance,
I was
woman.
gonna ask you, would you rather me hold it or do you want me to do the worm?
Do the worm. You're doing the worm for the birthday. Okay. Speaking of creepy, get out of here, Amy. Go to the bathroom. Anyway, I can't read the fucking hieroglyphics from 30 feet away, so just... Okay, and you're allowed to talk. This guy's fucking sign languaging me things out here. We got about 20 minutes left, guys. So I want to cover one... I don't even know if we have time for this story with Elon Musk. Okay. We'll go to 6:15, and we'll do this. Okay. By the way, Elon Musk. Anyone familiar with what this guy's got going on these days? This guy's running a billion different companies, Tesla, SpaceX. Adrian, you're going to show up for this one real quick? Come on, buddy. Come on stage.
Let's go, Adrian. Come on.
Gio, pop out for 1 second, and you're going to come back for the happy ending.
Adrian, while you're
Let's
on
go.
here, you got to roast him one time. Right here for you.
Come over here, guy.
Come next to me.
Round of applause real quick. This is my best friend. Adrian, a.k.a. Wilmer Valderrama's in the house.
Okay.
He's here. Use the mic. Adrian, I need your help here. How you doing, bro?
Doing great. Apart from my little motorcycle thing, so my eyes a little red.
He's flexing for the girls.
He's basically trying to tell you ladies that he has a motorcycle.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
How you doing, bro? Besides, my motorcycle situation.
My eyes red. Something hit me in the eye again for the second time.
Anyway, let's start the segment right now. So this guy, Elon Musk, has anybody ever heard of him?
Yeah. Of course.
He's only the richest guy in the world. He's running multiple different companies. He's got SpaceX. He's got Tesla. He's got the Boring Company. What is it? Not the Boring Company. Yeah, the Boring Company, the Tunnel Company. He's got the Neuralink that he's got going on. What's the thing that he's throwing? He's got X, obviously. Thank you for that. Formerly known as Twitter. We all know that. What's the company that he put in the sky with all the satellites? Starlink. Thank you. But the company that's making news these days, other than X, thank you, Leanna Hawkins, is Neuralink. And they just put their first brain chip into a human. Oh, wow. So Elon Musk brain-computer interface Neuralink has implanted its first brain chip after receiving FDA approval earlier this year. Musk tweeted that the patient is recovering well, and that Neuralink's aim is to plant brain chips so the human race can keep up with artificial intelligence, AI. So the first product is called telepathy, and it would allow people to control their phones or computers just by thinking. Planting the chip in part of the brain that controls motor function will also enable people to overcome neurological disorders. They have helped paralyzed people walk again. He has restored touch and speech and helped people with stroke, Parkinson's, and ALS. That's Lou Gehrig's disease. The downside, according to Reuters, in 2022, Neuralink testing resulted in the death of 1,500 animals, including sheep, monkeys, and pigs. So, I don't know, that's allegedly according to Reuters. So, ladies, thumbs up, thumbs down. Here we go. Adrian, throw it. Grab your little thing. Grab your thing in your hand. Bring Amy back ASAP.
Have her come this way. Have her come.
Amy, go this way. Quick, run.
Come this way and then around.
Hear the heels clapping.
Do everyone have your thumbs up, thumbs down?
Yeah. This
if
way.
you were able to put in
this way, around.
If you're able to put Neuralink into your mind, okay, have a seat, Amy, thank you. If you're able to put Neuralink into your brain, and that helped you become superhuman, would you do it?
Like the movie Limitless?
Yes or no? Like the movie what?
Limitless?
Exactly. Would you do it? Yes or no? Hold them up.
I'm scared. YOLO?
Green or red, ladies and gentlemen? Green or red?
Not sure. With restrictions?
We have green. We have green. We have red. We have red. We have red. We have green. We have.
You gotta pick a side.
Red.
In the middle.
Red. Green. So Adrian, you said green.
No.
Why would you do this?
Look, in tech, you don't do the alpha product, not even the beta. So I'll let alpha and beta be released, and then we'll see.
So explain what that means. When would you do it?
I would do it on the third product iteration.
So you would do this?
If all goes well in the alpha and the beta. So you do those rounds of sort of use and testing and involvement, and thereafter, then maybe.
No, why would you do it?
I mean, I think we have exhibited our Homo sapien ceilings and capabilities, and I think there's another realm to attain in terms of superhuman speed, intelligence, you name it, especially the speed at which our brain receptors are firing. I think that can be limitless, so to speak. So we'll see.
So at what point is this sort of a, how do I put this, disrespecting God?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to say.
It's
There is a
unnatural.
huge part of this when it comes to transhumanism, where you're talking about embedding technology within the human being that completely is in direct conflict to God's word, and you can literally read it in the Bible. Like,
yeah, but we do surgeries with a whole bunch of technology with screws in our body. And
yeah, but that's very different.
Even
to
if you have a
implanting-
link in your head and you do still have an end date where you do die, I mean, you're still going through life. It doesn't mean that you can't get help to. Look, you've got paralyzed people walking now. You know, like now they get to experience life differently. These people were paralyzed for many years. Of course, there's pros and cons, but if you're saying this link is going to make you live forever, that's different than, hey, this link is going to help you maybe be able to walk again.
That's not what they're talking about, though. What they're
provide.
talking about is the fact, think of ChatGPT, right? How often have we used ChatGPT to do something that we could probably do ourselves, but it's much easier doing it that way? That's what the brain is going to be able to do within a split second for any task that you assign it. And for me, that is very fucking dangerous, especially in the wrong hands. We should be judging people by the value of their merit, what they can actually do, not an AI implant in their fucking brain. I think that is satanic. I think it's evil. And if the world continues to follow that, shit.
So there's positives and negatives, and I want to get your guys' points on this. Tony, I'm coming to you next. Okay, so if you're paralyzed, you would do this, yes?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
You're paralyzed.
Yes.
Okay, you would do this. If you were dealing with a major neurological disease, okay, Parkinson's, ALS, you would do this. You have nothing to lose right at this point.
100%.
Literally.
You would do this, okay? If you had a stroke and you couldn't speak, or if you were brain dead, you would do this, right? So we're all in agreement here, yes?
Yes.
So if you've got major issues, you would do this. So if you're normal, you're saying you wouldn't do this?
I just think that there is something very dangerous. It's a slippery slope, right? Because if we can justify one thing, like for example, hey, it's fine, rape, if you get raped, you can justify abortion. Hey, that's a slippery slope for justification. And I think it's the exact same thing when it comes to your mental cognition and your functionality. Like if you are literally going to embed a robot, an AI implant in your brain and let that overtake you, our thoughts are meant to be dedicated by our subconscious brain, which takes a lifetime to be able to accumulate. If we have a chip implanted in our brain, are we really thinking our thoughts, or is the person who implanted that in our brain thinking them for us?
Thank you. That's my biggest concern, is
Of course,
programming.
there's always the
My
programming
biggest concern
behind it.
is being programmed. I felt like anyone. Nat, I'm coming to you, and then Tony. Okay, we can all understand if someone's fucking paralyzed, dealing with major issues, neurological disorders, of course, they have nothing to lose. But if you're a regular person, life's going good. One of the biggest issues that people are talking about these days is DEI versus meritocracy. At this point, if you don't even have to earn it anymore, why even have to do it? What are you going to say, Leanna?
I want Amy to clarify if you or your child or someone, a deep loved one, had a neurological disorder or an issue, and this is a question with absolute no judgment.
Yeah, no, it's really
because
hard.
I want to know from a religious perspective too, and just even my own thoughts. Yeah, if your child was disabled, would you do it?
It's really hard. It's really hard. And again, you can look at this with the thing I drew it analogous to was the abortion thing, right? You can talk about the recent case that came out where the woman was saying, my child is going to be born with neurological issues. They're going to die within X period of time. And the government fought to prevent her from getting her abortion, right? I think in a way, the two can kind of be analogous. Like, yes, it's very fucked up, some of the things that you may have to go through due to the cause that you're dealt with in life. But as soon as you come to taking the role of the creator and directly defying, you know, the cause that you've been dealt. I mean, there's ways that you can be able to maybe enhance your situation or help, but when it comes to shit like this, like, I don't know, I feel like it's crossing a line.
Because then, yeah, even just if you simplify it even a little bit more, like what Nat was saying, like even just surgery to put in a piece of titanium in your arm because or your leg or whatever may have happened. Is that simplified enough if it's not AI involved or it's not high tech involved?
Yeah, I mean, and we talk about that with stem cells, right? Because stem cells come from aborted babies. Therefore, this is already a debate that's happening. A lot of people have benefited from stem cells, but that only comes from aborted babies. So are we saying that, okay, it's fine in that example?
Let's let Tony weigh in right here real quick.
Yeah, honestly, I agree with Amy. I think God gave us two beautiful things, which is free will and intelligence. And I think interrupting with our specific intelligence kind of interrupts with our progression of humanity.
But are we using intelligence to create something to help the people who are struggling?
No, absolutely. And I think that's why God gave us intelligence, because we are doctors and we are professionals that can help humanity. But once we're inflicting onto our own intelligence, where do we go from that?
When it becomes out of our control.
Yeah, when it comes out of our control. So even going off of if someone was, paralyzed or neuro disease, there are people out there that think God's plan is your plan, and whatever happens, happens, and they don't do anything medical-wise if they're super religious. And if you were to go off of, again, that if you are religious and you are using medical as your, if you're sick and you're using Advil or something, our intelligence created Advil, and that's why we have intelligence.
All right. Adrian, final word here, buddy. You've seen these beautiful, capable, smart ladies weigh in on AI. Tell us what, as an expert in this field.
We need to hear her opinion.
Okay, Leanna. I thought Leanna was going to go.
No, I just think about things. I think about things deeply and from different perspective, and I think there's no one right answer, especially when religion is involved as well and what your beliefs are. I also think it's really easy for us. I don't know if the two of you have children. I don't have children, but I think it's easier for us as independent women who don't have children, who don't have a disabled child, or don't have someone close to you in your family that you see struggling every day. Like, I think it's easy for us to say no.
Exactly.
Yeah. I don't know what my answer would be.
Would it be your child still if they can't think for themselves? Would it be your child still if they can't think for themselves? How do you know what your child's personality is if you chipped them?
Well, I was going to say, the reason why I brought up the abortion, because it's the same for many women. I'm sure a lot of Christian conservative women probably feel the way about certain things until they're put into a situation themselves, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, how slippery does that slope go? At the end of the day, you're founded in your morals and beliefs, or you're not. And I think otherwise the world's going to show you what you believe in.
Adrian, final word, because then we got to get to the...
No, I would get your final word, buddy, especially given your background with your family.
Yeah.
What would you do?
Oh.
See, I'm the only one who can question this guy, because I've known him.
Yeah.
Listen, this is something that is so new, and I agree with you, is that I'm not in a rush to this, but if I'm disabled, I mean, what... At the purest level, if I'm paralyzed, forget about God. How many people, when they're dealing with the worst of the worst times in their life, they're questioning the existence of God. They're questioning God. The fastest growing religion in America, in the world, is atheism. There's disbelief in God.
Yep.
There's rough things out there. Life is tough. So if you're paralyzed and you're like, what? I'm dealing with this or whatever, you're as desperate and as desolate as it gets. Of course, you're going to do anything you can to improve your life. Exactly. You're whether it's blasphemous or not, you're going to do what you have to do to basically improve your life.
Live like a normal person. Live like a normal person if you can.
So where I'm having a problem with right now is like, we're all normal people. I don't think there's any reason for any of us to start doing this. But here's what happens is the early adopters, the people who need it the most. And then there's going to be people that are like, eventually like, the people who line up for the newest iPhone. They're going to be like, I want the newest Neuralink chip. There's going to be those people. And what happens is the biggest fear is that humanity is going to all of a sudden saying is like, this fucking idiot right now is basically the smartest guy in the room right now? Okay. I remember when this guy basically couldn't put 2 and 2 together and was broke and homeless and just basically was a loser. But now he's got the Neuralink in it and he's like the fastest, smartest, coolest guy in the world ever out there. He's faster, better looking, stronger, cooler, better, sexier, everything. And it's like, all right.
It was Bradley
I guess I got to
Cooper in
compete.
that movie, right? Limitless, where that was like, it was
That
a
was
case
just
of
a pill,
that,
though.
not
That
a case
was a
of
pill.
is your child disabled.
Does everybody want to hear a good Adam story?
Yes.
Oh, that has nothing to do with this.
Yeah, of course it does. Of course it does.
Yes.
Oh my God.
And I'll say it because of this. This is why this guy is so good. God made him good, but we knew each other since we were 15. This guy came strolling into our school to play sports. He was a hell of a basketball and football player. Unbelievable. This guy played college football. Unbelievable. But he came into our school, and he was the funny guy. He was clearly the class clown. Everybody was just cracking up at his laugh. You guys ever heard this guy's laugh?
Yes, we hear it every day.
Thanks, bro.
But it's great. It's infectious. And here's the thing. After about a couple weeks, we're trying to do, we talk like that if we're trying to talk under our breaths. I met his dad. And what people don't know is that Adam's dad was disabled. He had a form of cerebral palsy.
Yeah, cerebral palsy.
Sorts. Yeah. And here's this kid who grew up in the toughest of conditions. This was not when we had huge social safety nets. They subsisted as a family on, government disability handouts. He had the lot of life against him. And he and his sister were these incredible, gregarious, vivacious, talented, athletic people that were just incredible. And I couldn't believe how everything that Adam was surrounded with, because he grew up in this neighborhood with there was a ton of affluence, and he had the least, and yet he had the most as a person. So if there's anyone who knows what it means to start from the bottom, and now he's here through his own grace and pulling up from his bootstrap, it's this guy. So that's why I asked you the question. There you go.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. That's why we brought my best friend on the show. He's got to big me up. This is supposed to be a roast. But
we'll
now
get there. We'll get there.
We'll get there. But thank you for that. But yeah, I mean, my father had cerebral palsy. I'm thinking, what would have saved his life? Would Neuralink saved his life? Because a pacemaker didn't save his life. He had heart issues. He had cerebral palsy. He had multiple issues. So I think this is a question that is worth asking. And I think this segment is, everyone here probably knows somebody in their life that is dealing with some major challenges. Whether that's someone with Down syndrome, whether that's someone with muscular dystrophy, whether that's someone that's paralysis, whether that's someone who has a stroke. But Elon Musk is at least enabling these conversations. So am I going to be the first person to run off and get Neuralink? Nah, probably not. But if this would save someone's life or improve someone's life, this is the time we're in. But it's worth the conversation.
It's going to be
thank you for having
generation-defining, cataclysmic, societal, global conversation that'll take place over the next generation. That's going to be.
That's why I like Adrian, because he infused his words into my life like cataclysmic. That we're all like Googling right now. Cataclysm.
I honestly think it's the mark of the beast. I don't know if anyone else here is Christian, but I think Neuralink is the mark of the beast, personally.
Some people would argue.
So you're saying that Elon Musk is now basically come from the devil?
Not necessarily. Well, Elon Musk, he actually claims to be Christian, but says he also doesn't believe in the resurrection of Jesus, like, fully. So.
All right. Well, Elon, that's on Amy
I think
at this
Elon's
point.
done a lot of great
friend,
stuff. Hey, I love Tesla, my favorite car.
All right. So you take the good with the bad.
I'm just saying.
Quick story. I want to get your reaction to this video, this TikToker, real quick, and then we'll get on to the happy ending. Thank you for production for going a little bit longer on my birthday. This is my birthday present. So I'm asking for that. So I want to get your guys' thoughts on this. This is some money stuff right here that we're going to cover, and relations, stuff like that. So this TikToker is going viral real quick after her boyfriend said that he's going to bankroll her entire lifestyle. So I want to get into this. So after college, TikToker Erica M didn't know what she wanted to do with her life. So one day her wealthy boyfriend insisted she quit her job, move to Dallas, and live on his dime. So play this video real quick. Or do we have the link real quick?
Yeah,
Show the article. We don't even need the article. We could just get right into the TikTok. She gets this call while she's at work from her man. Okay, do you have that TikTok?
Yes.
I'm thinking in my head, Boogie, I don't have a husband. So I go to the back to answer the phone, and it's my man. So I pick up the phone, I'm like, babe, what's wrong? Like, I'm at work. So he's just like, do you want today to be your last day at work? Child, the man didn't have to repeat himself. He didn't have to say it louder because I was already with it, okay? The answer is yes. He was like, so go ahead and clock out for me. This man got me a one-way ticket to Dallas.
Okay,
got
cool.
Movers at my
So
day.
she's working, she's doing her thing, she's, paying the bills. They're dating. He says, calls her up, says, do you want today to be your last day of work? Because I got you. How many of you ladies are willing to do that? Meaning, quit your job. Now you don't have a job. You don't have to do anything. Your rich, wealthy boyfriend's got you. You can, be a homemaker. You can do your thing, but now you're relying on the man. The other option is, listen, no thank you. I'm going to stay here at work. I'll talk to you after work. I'm going to keep working. But he's like, all right, cool. I'm not paying for anything, but we'll still do our thing. How many of you guys would want your man to make that call for you? Red or green? Pick it up. How many of you guys would want your man to make that call? You don't never have to work again, but now you're relying on the man. Red or green?
You don't have to work, but you can work if you want.
Yeah. You don't have to work, but you can work.
Okay.
Exactly.
Baby, you can call, you can pay, or we can live happily ever after.
What is it?
Which side?
No,
Red
I'm
or green?
I'm green. If he's gonna call and say, "Baby, you don't have to work, but you can if you want," that's your option.
Okay.
Then green.
You?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like any man who isn't down for Valuetainment's mission and cause isn't the type of man I want to be with long term. If it was taking substantial amount of time away from the relationship where I was able to pour into him, then that would make sense. But generally speaking, I mean, I'm a creative. My job's great. You shouldn't have a problem.
So, but walk me through this process. Your man calls you and he's like, all right, that's it. You don't have to work. That's it. Just.
Personally, if I did have like a job, a full-time job that I didn't like, then yes. But I've actually like haven't had a job in so long, so I've just been self-employed like for a very long time. So I can't even fathom that. I'm already in my job, which is just like creating content.
Yeah. What if he wanted you to quit that though, like about your current job?
It doesn't even feel like a job, so I can't even say.
But would you be willing to quit it?
Oh no, I definitely wouldn't.
If he asked you, if he was like, I'm going to take care of the exact money that you're making right now, and I'm going to pay you that, would you be willing to stop?
No, because it's actually happened, so no.
Okay.
But yeah, but why would he want her to stop doing something that she loves?
Well, that's the question.
No, that wasn't the
So
question.
here's the challenge. Usually a lot of guys, and this is what actually I want to get your perspective on. A lot of guys, let's say if he's a wealthy guy, he's got things going on. He's got things that he's doing. He's traveling, he's working, he's out there, he's making things happen, he's making his way in the world. A lot of times he wants to travel with his girl. Mm-hmm. He's going to different cities. He's going to London, he's going to New York, he's going to Paris, he's going to here, he's going to there. He's traveling around, he wants to go with his girl. So he wants to take you with him on his work trips. You're down to work. Maybe you're working with him. And he basically says, let's go, come with me. But the difference is you're no longer the number one. You're no longer fending for yourself. You're now the sidekick. He's the CEO. You might be the CMO, the CFO, the CIO, whatever you want to be, but you're no longer the number one person in your life.
Chief investment officer. I like that.
There you go.
That's the number one.
Are you willing to do that, to make that sacrifice, to be on follow his lead if he's got you? Would you do this, Leanna?
I think yes, because you can still work. And obviously a lot of us, like I'm an entrepreneur, I could get on a plane any day with any guy. Usually I'm the one saying like, can you get on a plane with me?
You're the guy, you're the one funding the dude.
You want to go to my PJ tomorrow, Adam?
Okay.
Happy birthday.
Liv?
Yeah, I feel like, I mean, if I was having a normal job, then I'd probably say yes and I'd quit. But with what I do, it's the same thing. I don't have like a normal job, so yeah.
Yeah, that would be my dream come true, is I get to travel around the world and podcast and research.
But no, here's the thing. A lot of you guys, how many of you guys have to show up to an office to work? Show up to an office or show up to a thing. You have to. You don't have to, Leanna? You don't have to? To show up to a gym?
Yeah.
Okay. You don't have to show up.
I don't show up anywhere.
So you guys can work from anywhere. That's the thing. You do.
To show up somewhere?
You have to show up to your restaurants.
I mean,
Okay.
yes, I should.
Damn, living the good life.
I should go to them, but I don't have to clock in anywhere, no.
So the bottom line is, are you guys all willing to put your
I gotta work.
careers on
Yeah,
the back
I
burner
would.
if a guy takes care of you?
I would.
Yes?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes? You're waffling on this.
Can I speak
Leanna,
on-
would you put your career on a back burner for a guy to take care of you?
That's a different question than no.
Yeah, it's a different
That's a different question
but-
than you asked then,
Well, that's
because
the
that's
question.
a no.
But
That's the
yeah,
question
for
I'm asking.
at a certain age and stage in life, I would.
Yeah.
What age and stage, out of curiosity?
Well, I'm single in mid-30s and don't have kids yet, so hypothetically at some point to do that, I would have to take a slight step back from career being my first focus anyway.
You
If
want
I want to
babies?
have kids. I don't know yet. Depends on the guy.
Can I say something?
Tony, would you do? Who's going to say something?
I mean, I was
Go.
gonna say something. I think what drives people is purpose, right? So I think that when you take away purpose from either whatever it is, a guy or woman, in this case would be from the woman, you know, she would have to find her purpose, if that's either helping him, if that's supporting him, if that's like, you know, creating a family. In my case, like I want to be a wife, I want to have a kid, you know, a child one day. So to me, I was to a point where I was hyper, like, oh my God, gotta do this, and I had to step back and say, Jane, like, I want to be a wife one day, I want to have kids one day, and like I have to relax, calm down, do your thing, but also, you know, one day you have to realize that you can't be so hyper on career and hyper on this. Like my purpose one day is to be a wife and have kids. So in my sense, I would, definitely leave my job to, you know, allow a man to lead me. Yeah.
Ages and stages.
Love that.
Boom. All right,
Well,
cool.
Adam, what do you think? Because I have an Adam story about this too.
Adam story.
I got an Adam story. Should we tell another Adam
We
story?
should get
Relax with the hosting.
Who wants another Adam
Relax with
story?
All right, well, listen, we're going to get into the happy ending right now, and then you can do your thing right there. This guy just shows up, This guy, no matter what you're doing in life, you're on Adrian time.
Buddy.
This guy shows up to my show and he's like, Adam,
we want to hear it. I want to hear it.
Who enabled you to start a stand-up comedy career and pursue NBA basketball dreams?
What he's saying is
That's
he
my
can say
friend
whatever he
Adrian.
wants.
There you go. There you go. I said, hey, stop whatever you're doing. Fly out to Colorado. You got a place. You're all taken care of. Take 6 months and give stand-up comedy. And your dreams of becoming an NBA basketball player.
Everyone needs
you were Adam's sugar daddy.
A believer.
I was gonna say that.
Yes.
No. I was just like, hey, because I was
Well,
traveling.
technically he's Mexican, so he's a sugar papi. Azúcar de papi.
Papi.
Papi de
Okay.
azúcar. Anyway,
Actually,
guys, listen, we're about to
breakfast next to
transition to
champagne
the end of the
coffee
show. This is
yesterday.
now the happy ending
Drake,
where we can all
nice.
live a happy life roasting your friend SOS right here. So it's time to roast your
Chats
friend.
first?
I know there's some comments
Gio,
out
you gotta
there.
get back in.
Yeah.
Gio could come over here and do that.
go.
Bring Gio a mic if you can, and Gio come over here.
Oh, where's my thing? Okay. I don't have a roast. Should I
But
read the roast chats?
listen, I'm a big
I
boy.
thought about it in the car drive.
We talked about this.
Yeah.
Welcome to the SOS roast. Time to make your comments. Time to make your jokes. Say what you ever want to say. I'm a big
can't do
boy.
it on the spot.
Nat, you've been manning the chat.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay, so the first super chat we got is from Alex. It's $10. I actually like it. It says, Sauce, my mentor. Happy early birthday. My thought, T Swift is two girls as Tate is two boys at a certain age. My thoughts is sneaky coincidence that the election is coming up and we'll be in touch. Then we also
Not a
had
roast.
And a roast, but it was a good super chat, which I liked. We have Gorilla Blanco, $20. He said, Adam, our favorite homeless financial advisor. Armani suit and Kid Foot Locker shoes. I was gonna say that. Thank you for
These are
reminding
great
us.
shoes.
Yeah. You get them every time you have a birthday. That's when you renew your shoes. Thank you for reminding us how fortunate we are to have PBD every time you were on the pod. Shout out to Amy Dangerfield. Awesome.
There you go, Amy.
And then, yeah, that's all for roast right now. Send you guys chats in for the roasting. I can give you a roast. Starting
Go
off the
ahead.
top.
Let's go now.
Get it. Adam is so old. You're getting old, buddy.
Yeah.
That he be wearing these magnifiers for glasses. If you've seen Adam on PPD podcast, his glasses are this thick. Zoom into me. This thick is Adam's glasses, and it makes your eyes look this small because you're getting old, baby.
Well,
You getting old.
I need to get new Warby Parker glasses.
Yes.
Yeah. That was actually Adrian's college roommate, the founder of Warby Parker.
Yeah, you're getting old.
Yeah.
You got to fix those glasses, put some contacts.
I have contacts in right now.
And you still wear glasses?
I think, by the way, I thought you were going to roast those pillows on my couch.
Oh, we're coming to those. I'm going to let everybody get their little things in. I have a few more rows for you.
Okay, those
Adam
are
has
good.
these. You want me to do the pillows? Okay, so Adam has these pillows on his couch, and his little chair couch thing.
Not the main pillows.
Okay, whatever. Not the main pillows, but he's got these couch that he looked like he stole from Delta Airline. He looked like he went from Delta and was like this. I'm gonna take this pillow home for the ladies. He's got like 6 of them. I'm like, why do you have these ugly looking pillows with no covers on here? He's like, they're pillows. My cats ruin everything. Don't be blaming everything on the cats. That's all you.
They tear
You
things
know
up.
you stole dentists. You know you stole their pillows.
You got me. Yeah.
Should we talk about your mouse?
Wait, what?
Your mouse, the mouse on his computer. He's got a new 2024 computer. His mouse is at negative speed. It was from one side to the other. That's how slow
I
you
like
move.
pacing myself.
Okay,
Christ,
I'll let
man.
everybody roast.
Okay, go ahead. I don't
No,
know
I'm
who's
good.
down
I think
there.
We
we
need
need
Adrian. I think you need to jump in.
Yeah.
You have so many good stories, I feel.
The guy's got 2 cats.
There you go.
That's it. That's all you need to know.
I know we need like a cat guy joke.
He's got
I
2
didn't
cats.
come
You know
up
what?
with
I
that.
have one.
No, but
Here's one that-
I can
hold on.
explain the
Hold-
cats.
Yes, hold on, because he's got 2 cats, but he inherited them out of a relationship, and he did it for love. So, ladies, he's all love. The
We're
guy's
roasting
all-
him. We're not trying to make
I
him
know.
look
But
stupid.
They were
still.
breakup cats.
Guys, be mean. Let's go. We got to
Be
roast
mean.
this thing. We got to wrap
Do you
up in
have
10
one,
minutes.
I don't know if he's ready. Listen,
I'm ready,
I
Amy.
agree. Adam's kind of getting to that age. You know what I mean? Like he's like still young, but also you're getting a little bit older. So sometimes when we're texting, I don't know if you're just a boomer or if you're being a dick intentionally with how you text. I don't know. It's one of the two.
Okay, give me an example. What do you mean?
When you text in all caps, like, no, it's this way. I'm like, wait.
Okay, so what's your
That was it.
The roast is that you're a boomer. She's saying you're
Okay,
you're
but I'm nice in real
Or
life.
you're a bad texter. Either one.
Am I nicer via text or in real life?
Oh my god, you're amazing in real life.
Okay, so
Love
my
you in
text,
real life.
My texts are asshole-ish.
Yes.
All right, I'll
Actually,
work
talking
on
about
that.
being an asshole, I'm actually tired of the way you treat me. You treat me like shit.
Wow.
You be talking shit. Like, literally, you say on camera, I'm homeless, I'm shoeless, I have this and that, I can't read. And you know what? I think I kind of want to be done. So you can roast with everybody else, and I'm going to go, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your show.
Not with the drama.
That was fake, ladies and gentlemen.
I was like, what's happening right now? This
Adam really
Okay.
She's
I don't know what
definitely
just
going
happened
to
right
get
there.
something.
That knows. All right, does anybody else want to attempt to roast?
I thought of one I was driving up from South Beach today. I was thinking about this in my head. I was thinking, I've never actually asked you in all the years I've known you, like, if you want to have your own kids and if you want children, but you're getting to that age and that stage where we should all maybe be like asking, what are your thoughts around that? If you do, I mean, I was just thinking, again, in the car driving up, like, you should just go right back to your dating pool, because I'm sure a lot of those young ladies have real daddy issues and they'd love to be adopted.
So adopt the girls that I date?
I mean, you probably shouldn't be dating them if you're adopting them, but they'd love a fatherly figure.
Oh, shit.
Well, I'm okay with being a sugar daddy. That's fine. Azúcar de papi, or papi de azúcar. I would love to have kids. I think, and this is a controversial statement, this is what I got into an argument with Chelsea Handler back in the day. A guy, as he gets older, into his 40s, gets more revered and respected, and a couple gray hairs is not the end of the world for a man. I think that's fine. Gray hairs on a woman, not that hot. I don't know, that's just my opinion.
Can be a silver fox as a man.
You know,
be
after
hot.
35, women have what they call geriatric pregnancies. Me and my friends on their late 30s, early 40s, guys, we can do this thing all night long like Lionel Richie, but I don't want to do that thing. I would like to basically have kids in the next few years. You know our friend Mizzle out there and what he's doing out there, but I think a man, it's incumbent on a man, take your time, pump your brakes. I think a lot of people know that I was engaged, briefly married for a hot second. The girl that I was dating, that I inherited the cats, got sick, and I ended up taking care of the cats, and that was the whole thing. But I think we're all looking for love. And the next time that I have love, I'm just going to
lock it down.
Lock it down. We'll see.
Look at Al Pacino.
Look at Al Pacino. Now, I don't want to wait till I'm 85 years old to start having kids. But that's the dream. I think I don't want to be falling prey into baby mama culture and have multiple baby mamas. That's not my thing. But I think eventually we'll have there'll be a Mrs. Saz out there.
I got one for
Go
you.
ahead, Tony.
If you're looking for love, I recommend you ask your buddy PBD for some more romantic advice rather than Fresh and Fit.
Ooh. That was more of a diss on Fresh
Double
and Fit.
roasted.
Right? Damn. Well,
Adam, I don't have a roast for you, but I have a birthday wish, and it's for this year. And I do
Thank
want
you.
you to find your wifey this year, and I hope she is fertile to give you all those babies that you want.
Thank you, Laura Padrino.
If not, next year, if you don't have that wifey, then I'll be roasting you big time.
Okay, gotcha.
Your next
So
birthday.
I have 1 year to get roasted.
1 year.
1 year to get wifed up.
To get wifed up, or next year I'm bringing.
You know,
the
it's
heat.
funny. I'm sure tomorrow on the podcast, PBD is going to roast me and clown me. We had a bet 2 years ago. He said, I'm giving you 2 years to get married. And if you do, I'm going to fund your entire wedding and do it in my house.
Adam,
In his backyard. Okay?
Who wants
Not
to give
fund
me
the
that
wedding.
offer?
He's going to pay for it. But if you don't, you have to buy me a new, dope Xenia suit or something like that. So
Where were we at in those 2 years? You said that was 2 years ago?
that was 2 years ago.
Oh, shoot.
And I was like, deal. And I remember a year ago, I was dating a girl, and I told PBD, that's it. We're done, bro. I'm going to win this bet. I got this girl on lock. Good to go. But I realized that I was, too eager, right?
Oh, yeah.
This guy's like, relax, bro. I was like, me and this girl hit it off, boom. It was on like Donkey Kong, like Gigi Chong. Took her on a trip. We traveled around, and we broke up on the trip.
Oh, shit.
And what was that? What is that, guys? Is that the X?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was
anyway.
breaking up. That was
So
breaking
I
up.
realized that I was like too eager to win this fucking bet with PBD. And I was like, it was affecting my relationship. So I said, I'd rather lose the bet, buy PBD a new suit, and actually find the wife of my dreams, not basically try to like rush into this. So
Ask for an
thank you
extension, and I'm going to help you out.
Thank
with the
you.
finding
PBD,
list.
you know, you heard it from Laura Padrino, best Cuban food in the world. Can I get an extension on this
Please,
free wedding?
just a couple of months, and then I'll actually take good advice on good women. So
Okay.
I want to hear some roasts from the guys. Like, I worked on that in my rental car driving up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
Roast and
where are you guys
toast
at?
Yeah,
Come
let's
on.
go.
We don't
give
have
him
any good
something.
roasts?
You know, honestly, I don't have one bad thing to say about this guy. He's a
Guys.
sweetheart to everyone that knows him, and everyone respects him. And I feel blessed to have him in my life. So
Thank you, Gio.
What about telling stories when you guys? I mean, me and Gio helped you start the first podcast. What about the stories of getting kicked out and all that
We
stuff?
said it at the whole
Oh,
beginning.
you guys did. Okay.
Yeah.
Don't
Okay.
let me
Okay.
be the only bitch
Yeah.
up here, you guys. Somebody
Guys,
jump in,
I gotta
okay?
tell you, I thought you guys were
Nothing
gonna come
bad to
correct
say.
and roast me. And Nat left; she stormed off, so we can't
I
even.
thought
Oh,
that
thank you, Nat.
Birthday to you. Happy birthday
Thank you, Nat.
Happy birthday, dear Adam. Happy birthday to you.
You're so sweet, Nat. Thank you.
Are you one? Are you two?
Are you three?
5, 10, 20.
58 years old.
Oh,
God, looks great for 58.
Thank you, Nat. Thank you, Nat.
Looks great for 58. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
And the note
43.
says,
Happy birthday, Sauce Man. Grateful for all you do. Excited to see all your accomplishments. Wishing you the best day ever, and I will continue to work on my reading skills.
Thank you, Nat. Look at that. Anyway, thank you guys. And you guys probably don't know me well enough to roast me, and I know that Nat ran off, so we weren't able to get to the chats. Here's what I will say: 2 of my best friends are here. Some amazing, beautiful, capable. We're not as loosey goosey with the ladies that we have on the show these days. We like classy, smart, accomplished ladies, and I'm proud that you guys are here, and I appreciate that. My biggest message out there is this. Thank you guys for helping me celebrate my birthday. I appreciate that. I coach a lot of young men out there, especially on Connect. And I think it's very important for men specifically to understand making your way in this world. Adrian can tell you, when I showed up to school when I was 15 years old.
Oh, he was hurting. He was
hurting.
Hurting is what we
4 eyes, pimples, just like, but
a
there
hell
was-
of an athlete. And
But I was always
funny.
good. But there was,
Hell of an
but everyone has this something deep inside of them that says, "Nah, I got to make something with my life," and you have to keep pushing on. Gio told the story about when we started this show together. We got kicked out, laughed at, get out of here. Why the fuck are you here? You know.
everybody.
And all of a sudden, it's like, look where we are. So I think it's incumbent for everyone out there, men and women, but especially the young guys out there. Good things take time.
It's your Atma. It's your inner light.
Thank you.
There you go.
Good things take time. If you're not where you're at right now, give it a year. Give it 2 years. Give it 5 years. If you're not getting your respect, if you're not getting your shine, if not getting your flowers, if nobody believes in you, you have to believe in yourself. When I was getting kicked out, nobody believed in me. Nothing was happening. I said, I don't know. I have something here. I have a mission. I want to do this. And you know who believed in me? Myself and then PBD. And all it takes is one person to believe in you and good things will happen. So that's my message to you guys out there is no matter where you're at right now, because I know a lot of people, there's an election year, this is chaotic. People are struggling, inflation, credit card debt, everything that's going on, mortgage rates, times are tough. But as they say, tough times don't last, tough people do. So stay strong out there, be smart with your money, have good friends around you like these people. I wish I had worse friends to roast me. Instead, I have really good friends who just basically called me. The biggest roast was from Nat, the Coke bottles,
I love
the glasses. But I'm honored to have Nat. Everyone needs a Nat in their life. Everyone needs a best friend like this guy in their life to basically say, I believe in you, bro, even when I didn't believe in myself. I'm honored to have this friend Gio out here to basically run through a wall for me. And I'm honored to have you beautiful ladies out here that trust me to come on the show. I'm not going to dunk on you. I'm not going to make you look bad. I believe that men and women are better together. I believe that we all need to come together, have conversations, have these types of important discussions, and be good to one another. So with that being said, thank you guys for celebrating my birthday with me. Nat, we're going to bust out some champagne.
Let's do it!
Oh, okay.
It's not. How do you do it?
Oh my god.
Oh,
No, I
uh-oh.
think you gotta take off the.
No.
Yeah.
I don't think so. That's not what the instructions said.
Uh-oh, Jane's out here. I feel like injuries are about to happen right now.
Yeah.
Brace
It's
yourself
at the
home.
bottom. 1, 2, 3.
Thank you guys for tuning into the SOSCast. We'll see you guys next week. We do this every Thursday. Peace out.
It's the SOSCast, baby.
That was great.
I feel so bad for being mean to him.
Yeah, I tried. I was like, I'll do a little roast.